getting dicey.
I was disappointed it was so smooth.
Yeah, there wasn't much
like
to
it when
really.
it's smooth.
I think the recap covered everything, so I didn't really need to say much or do much more in that one. So I'm just going to get Sirenscape up and going for you folks and for the listeners at home. Setting the scene, the west. Did I say wisty? Windy. It's very windy at the top.
Windy.
Is it a wind from the west?
It
A
seems
westerly.
American's going to hear sounds out of sync with other players. So I'm just going to start again. Restart the current mood. There we go. Current mood, Yester Hill, day from Curse of Strahd. Now it says John's going to hear it out of... This is great.
It's like 10 o'clock in the morning, isn't it?
What
My
time did
bad.
I say it was? Yeah,
We've
it's,
done a lot
about
before
10.
breakfast.
I think it was about 10
10.
o'clock. Yeah. And it's very windy above this hill, and there is still those sort of storm cloud above the crest of this hill. And every now and again, still there's just lightning just slamming down into these rocks. And I'm just going to make Loris back to his normal size. Sorry, Dave. Sorry.
Aw, come on. Quite like being giant, Loris.
And you can all see what Strahd is looking at. And it's just this vision of this city and this massive castle way past the city. And Strahd turns to you as a group, turns to you, Morley, at the front of this group, and just says, Isn't it beautiful, this sight?
The only thing that'd be beautiful for you is the sight of you getting your fangs forcibly removed. Morley kind of mutters that under his breath, not really super loud.
Dave, did your pants just get tighter for a minute there? I just need to make sure everything's okay. Yep. Okay. So,
More of a...
Don't stand up, Dave.
And yes, Strahd sort of goes from looking at you, Morley, and just looks back off into this mist and just seems sort of lost in just taking in that sight.
What are you here for? Morley speaks up.
And he sort of puts one arm sort of out towards the mist. He says, I am here to take in this wonderful sight, my old hometown. It's a sight for sore eyes.
He's just having a bit of nostalgia, team.
Bit misty.
Your old town. What was its name, Strahd?
Oh, God. Seriously, literally, like...
Didn't think that was going to come up.
No, didn't think that one was going to come up. In literally all of the history of Strahd in this book, it just says his beloved hometown. And now, Jesus. What's a name?
What's
a
your
good name?
postcode?
Thanks for colouring it in.
Tell me.
That I should have thought that one would have been something. Give me a name. Someone give me a name.
No, I'm just kidding.
Transylvania.
Yeah.
It's not named
Right.
literally anywhere in the module. Right. So he's just going to say, this is what I should have done without skipping a beat. It has been so long since I've been there. I don't even remember the name.
Oh, you must remember. Come on now.
It has been centuries since I have set foot in my original hometown. For all purposes, Barovia is now, and almost always has been, my home.
Why didn't you just go? It's just over there.
Good call.
The same reason that you cannot go there. There's no one that can pass through these mists. Almost nobody that can move through these mists.
What about the Vistani?
Yes, the Vistani are the only ones that are allowed through these mists, but even I don't know if they can make it through this wall of mist here.
Maybe
What do you
ask
want from us, Strahd?
What do I want from you? I am not here for you. I am here to reminisce. I am here to take this in. What is it you want from me?
If you could not marry Ireena, that would be good.
Stop biting people, please.
Ireena. Yes, it's not going to be too long. What was it, tomorrow? Was it tomorrow?
No, it's the day after that.
No, it was tomorrow.
6 weeks
No, it's
time.
tomorrow. It's definitely tomorrow.
I will come to collect Ireena tomorrow, as promised.
So what are you doing with the rest of your day? Just just chilling out.
Once I have had my fill here, I will leave. How about you? What does the rest of your day look for you and your gang?
Super busy. Sorry, we don't really have time for hanging out and sorry about that.
Yeah, we're too busy for you, actually.
Jeez.
Yep. Lots of things to do. Mostly work and
We've actually started a small business as well, so
We're doing very well.
He looks over his shoulder towards the crest of the hill, the boulders, and he says, I see you got rid of these pests here. Thank you very much. You did something that I should have done long ago, but I have been toying with them for a very long time.
They seem to be big fans of yours. They made a big
Yeah, I know.
statue.
I know.
out of
There's
mud and
something sick in the minds of some of the people here in Barovia. They look up to me and they treasure me and they think that can buy themselves favor with me. The delusions.
What would buy favor with you, Strahd?
No one here has anything that could remotely buy that, Morley.
What do you want more than anything in the world?
Don't ask him that.
Well, I've already told you, and I'll be there to collect her tomorrow.
I would hoped it was more of a fling, but okay, it's quite attached. A shame.
She's not a fan of yours, by the way.
She will be. She doesn't remember who she was. Once she remembers, it'll be A-okay for Strahd.
Okay. Alright. Who was she then? What do you mean she can't remember?
I already know that you have uncovered some facts there, Mr. Wizard.
So start with a T.
And Tatiana, yes.
What? Look, it's not Tatiana anymore. It's Ireena. It's time to let things go, okay?
Trust me when I say it is Tatiana. And when she is with me and her transformation is complete, she'll remember.
Transformation.
Roll out!
That'd be amazing. There's wheels. Do a wagon. Look, I know you're hot for Tatiana and Ireena, but like I just don't think it's on. Okay, are you trying to transform someone into someone else? Why don't you just let her alone?
It's only the outside that is not Tatiana. And even then, it's pretty close.
Would you say that there's more than meets the eye?
And he's the entire time he's been talking to you, he's been looking off at the illusions being sort of gifted to him by this mist. But he breaks eye contact with it and turns fully to face you all now. And he says, I don't know what you did to hide Ireena from me recently, but I can see her now. And I'm quite surprised that you are here and not trying to save her. But
What?
it'll
Save
make
her what?
it'll make it easier for me tomorrow, I guess.
What do you mean?
Oh, you don't know. I don't know what happened with that voice. That was great.
It's good. It's good.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You don't know? You haven't been
Well,
told?
humorous.
Oh, this is too good.
Oh, you smug bastard.
You thought you left her somewhere safe. She is not where you thought you left her.
Wait, is she where we left her, or she's left, or we left her in a place that we didn't think?
And you
We
just see
left
like frustration in Strahd's face as you're asking this. She's been taken by someone, but someone that is going to be much easier for me to look at.
God damn it!
You're lying.
Oh, Captain Morley. You would want me to be lying, wouldn't you?
Well, I expect you to be lying. You're lying, cheap, no goodin'.
Give me an insight roll.
Everyone or me?
Just you, sorry.
Just me. Okay. It's not good. It's a 4 total.
Yeah, you look at Strahd. You have no idea if he's telling the truth or if he's lying. He's got a very good poker face.
He's lying. That's all these types do is lie. Won't fool me, Strahd.
I mean, how else would I have known she was somewhere safe? But then I could see exactly where she was. You had done something to hide her very well. But she is there no more.
I believe him because he's a weirdo stalker.
Would I lie to you? Well, Strahd, let me tell you this. Doesn't matter where she is right now. By the time you make your approach tomorrow, I'll tell you where she'll be, safe and sound, away from a creep like you.
We'll see, Captain Morley. If I thought
Sorry,
you
thank you for
posed...
being the only one to recognize my rank as well. I've been struggling for that for weeks. No one seems to recognize it. This man here has.
If I thought you posed any stress for me tomorrow, you would not be here by the end of today.
Well, let's just say I'm counting on your underestimating us.
And he just takes one step towards you. Says, why don't you come and say that to my face, Captain Morley?
I did say it to your face, but just from a couple of yards back.
And he laughs. He just sort of just laughs at this. He says, if you want Ireena to live even half as much as I do, and I doubt the amount you want her to survive this could reach anywhere close to that, then you might want to be on your way.
I do want to be on my way. Get back and check on Ireena, obviously.
And he just turns back to this wall of mist.
Why don't you take a picture? It'll last longer.
What is picture? Sorry.
Draw a picture.
Anyway, on an unrelated note, we have to go, not because you said that we should, but because we want to go.
Yeah.
Yeah, we're very busy. We're small business owners now, and we've got a limited amount in our schedule for chit-chat.
And
Come on, team.
he turns to the group one more time and he says, oh, one last thing. Loris, You're being very quiet back there. You're holding your tongue all this time?
Yep.
You're not
Don't
trying
want
to, be the big man and rush in like you did last time? Just for old time's sake?
The thought crossed my mind.
I'll give you the first shot for free.
Leave it, Loris. Leave it, Loris. That work.
Loris is seriously tempted, but the sage advice from Captain Morley, I'm just gonna hold my tongue and hold my axe.
And he sees that axe. He says, "That looks new. It looks a little bit lighter. Was the other one a little too heavy for you, big man?"
Oh.
I'm just kidding. You've got someone to save. But I'll be there for you tomorrow. And that first hit still will count tomorrow, Loris.
Oh, trust me, it'll be the last you feel.
And he just turns again to look back towards the mist and just crosses his arms in front of him. And just completely, it's like you're not even there to him now.
Shall we go? Shall we just go?
Oh, just leave this jerk.
Yeah, bye.
Cool. So are you guys just done with Yester Hill? You're heading down the hill back towards the horse and cart and leaving, or is there anything you want to do before you leave?
I'm going to draw a picture of the mist.
Like set up an easel next to him.
Well, no, I've got pen and paper. That's one of my things. No, I would like to do a plein air painting, yes, but we're in a hurry.
Yeah, I think you could, as you, because it's a massive hill. You just sort of like walking and scribbling as you go. Morley, yes.
As we walk out the front, I just want to kind of, not too thoroughly, but just inspect the bodies of the berserkers that were thrown to see if there's any kind of useful weaponry or loot.
Yeah, there's not much on the bodies of these berserkers. It doesn't look like they need much. This is sort of where they live. You sort of dig through the wooden armor that they've been wearing and take off the masks and sort of scrape away some of the bluish sort of clay off their faces, and just to try and get a good look at who they were and what they're wearing and what's in their pockets. And you come up empty, other than the weapons they had on them and the armor they had on them. There's nothing else to them.
I want to get another body.
Yeah, well, there's a plenty of burnt druid bodies and a couple of berserker bodies that you could do something with.
Yeah, I've got this old dead guy who had the axe, and if I could get 3 other maybe berserkers.
What? How many are you getting?
Oh, that would be 4.
I'm guessing you're asking Loris to carry these.
Yeah, he's happy to do it.
So how many undead are you going to have total here?
Well,
because you do only have a limited cart to carry everyone in at this point.
Oh yeah, but we go on the roof.
Yeah,
you can probably chuck 6 on the roof. I reckon, just legs off the edges.
Yeah.
If we stack them
They're
up,
not going to be undead yet, but
right. So you just want to like load them up and carry them down.
Yeah.
This is so off-putting, Brian.
drag them past Strahd.
if you need me to carry the bodies down the hill, Baron, I will.
Just don't smear anything on yourself.
Well, I won't need to because I'll be dripping, so it's okay. So it's like self-smearing.
Self-smearing pudding himself.
So you've got Colin and Tracy, and 4 more. Is that right?
Yes.
Right. One of the ones, as you're sort of starting to drag one past Strahd just looks over his shoulders, and the body that you're dragging just comes to life. And starts going and gets up to his feet, but Strahd just starts laughing and just don't attack, just stay where you are, he says to the zombie that he's brought to life. He's basically brought one of those to life, and he just starts laughing. He says, "You trying something sneaky, Mr. Wizard?"
No. I'm not doing anything sneaky. You're the one doing sneaky stuff. Why'd you bring this guy back to life? I hope you'd be nice to him.
You have to, if you have an army coming for you, you have to have your own, yes?
Are you talking about me or you?
Don't antagonize him, Brian.
I'm trying not to, but he's just...
Don't even talk to him. He's letting us get away, Brian.
Okay, can we just grab another one that's not a zombie?
Yeah, and you managed to drag some of the bodies down to the cart, the horse and cart. And Loris, okay. I'm assuming you're going to help set some of these up on top of the roof?
Yeah.
Oh, good.
We'll just stack them up on the roof and Byron can kind of tie them down in whatever way he chooses. But yeah, they're over there.
Okay.
Why is everyone so calm? Can we leave? He's really frightening me.
He's been weirdly calm. I think
He's been weirdly calm. There's no need
to
to
be. He could kill us in a second.
I know, but he's been nice to us.
Yeah. It's weird and scary.
Let's go. Let's go.
What do you mean about Ireena? I'm worried about Ireena. I want to get back to Vallaki quickly.
I'm a bastard.
I think Ireena will just turn up. She'll be perfectly safe. He's not going to harm Ireena. Ireena will turn up at the party.
I don't think he'll harm her, Loris.
I think he explicitly said he was going to harm her by removing her identity from her. That's in my world. That's harm.
He kind of said he was going to bring her to a true identity. That, she's just kind of hiding who she really is.
Oh, so you think Strahd's the great liberator, do you?
Yeah.
Just regaling what I heard.
Don't believe him.
I think we need to find her.
Her will.
We need to find her, and we need to find Ismark pronto.
Yeah. Definitely. What are you saying, Loris? Should we just not worry about it? Is that what you mean?
Well, I think Ireena's going to turn up tomorrow anyway.
I
think
so what should we do?
I think we definitely need to find Ismark, and he might know what's gone on with Ireena, and then we can kind of track from there.
Because it sounds like we're agreed. Sounds like we're agreed that we need to go back to Vallaki anyway. Yeah. So let's just head.
Let's boost it.
All right. So you guys heading straight for Vallaki, or stopping off at the winery as discussed with Davian?
I mean, if it's on the way.
Can we just do a quick drive-by going, hey, bye, see you later, we're on our way?
Yeah. We're just going to yell out, bye, Davian!
Bye, Davian, we'll catch you later.
Bye.
Keep up with the kombucha.
But we could get Davian to send a bird over and to warn them or try and find Ireena before we get there. They can fly.
That's a good idea.
+1.
Okay. Oh, well, it'll take you at the same pace that you travelled here. It would take 40 minutes to get back to the winery. Are you guys going faster? Are you trying your best to get there as fast as you can?
I don't want to tire out the horses because we have hours of travel ahead of us.
That is true.
A 20-minute sprint isn't going to tire them out, surely.
Why do we need to sprint? I mean...
I don't think we should need to sprint, but I think we should go quicker than a lackadaisical pace.
All right.
Yeah, it's not cruise.
It's like the Oregon Trail.
It's not. We won't take the scenic route.
Yeah, and do we have Colin and Tracy helming this cart again, or
helming it?
They don't drive.
Weren't they driving it last time? I can't remember. Oh, right.
No, they didn't get to. Don't think.
Okay.
There were corpses atop the carriage.
Right. So you all bundle in. You've got like 4 bodies stacked onto the roof. I assume Mirakin and Morley up front, as has been sort of tradition. Yep. And the rest of you in with Colin and Tracy within the cart itself, the carriage. 10 minutes down this path, as you get to that same area we saw that small shack where Brian was, there's nothing to be seen there anymore. It's completely gone, and you continue the horse ride back up the path to the north and make your way back to the winery.
Davian!
Davian!
Okay, shit. I'm just gonna get you guys into the.
Davian!
All right,
Davian!
okay.
Where are you? He's dead.
Yep, you all make your way there, and Davian with a few of his sons are stacking the last of the barrels onto this big, basically a wagon, and hitching 2 horses that Loris had befriended earlier to the front, and they're going at just like a normal pace there, and they see you all just comes barreling into towards the winery, and Davian steps forward. Yes, what was the he says that to Morley. We'll say that's to Morley.
Well, wait, at the hill, we just dealt. Sorry, David, you've got me all flustered. We've just dealt with a load of those goddamn druids and blights. They won't be giving you any more trouble, I tell you that.
Those goddamn druids and goddamn blights and no more.
Fucking killed him.
Oh, this is amazing! Oh, this is amazing! With the return of the seed and the druids and blights gone, there might be hope for us yet. So, Morley, the second seed, Baba Saga. Are we heading there? Are you heading there now?
Oh, look, a bit too busy at the moment, boy, but in the future, I'd love to come back and help you out. We've just got a bit of a crisis on our hands in Vallaki, so as soon as we're done in Vallaki, we'll come back here, give it 1 or 2 days, and we'll be right back to help you. But the Wizard of Wines is back on its feet.
Yeah, it's amazing. Thank you. Well, we've got, as you mentioned when you first arrived, we've got a load of wine for Vallaki that we're proud to be able to deliver today. Do you mind if we accompany you?
Oh, by all means, bring up the rear.
Wonderful. Huh?
We will have to go quite fast, so we may not be with you the whole time.
Oh, it's an urgent matter.
It is.
Absolutely, yes.
Okay, that's all right. We'll try and keep up. But if there's any distance made, we'll keep an eye on you from above.
Oh.
Yeah.
We have a favor around that actually. Could one of your family flock murder
Family.
Okay, good. Just good to clarify these group pronouns.
Yeah.
Collective pronouns they call them these days. Could one of them fly ahead to Vallaki and go to the church and ask after Ireena?
Yes, absolutely. And what would you want from us from then?
We want to see if she's still there. And if not, where has she gone? And they should come back and tell us.
Question though.
On the road.
Can a raven fly faster than a horse can run? That seems...
They'll be able to...
Are they really that fast?
As the crow flies, they'll have a more direct line, which will definitely help. You've got to take the road and all of its paths and curves. But yes, it'll be able to... We'll say it'll be able to get there before you. I don't know by how much longer, though. But they will be able to get there before you. But then, there's a conversation that has to be had, and then the travelling back to you, but we'll see. We'll see what happens.
Google research says a raven flies at average speed of 25 miles per hour.
An African raven or a European raven?
We're not going to go that way. I'm just saying the average raven. So they can cover up to 100 miles in a day.
Yeah.
Good.
Okay.
Sorry, I had to know.
What about horses? No, I'm not going to encourage it. I'm not going to encourage it.
You'll see me down a rabbit hole and I'll... Yeah.
A horse is somewhere between 29 miles and 60 miles a day. Apparently.
Yeah.
Okay.
It'll definitely be able to get there before you, but whether or not it can meet you back on the path before you get to Vallaki or meet you at the gates of Vallaki might be determined with what happens on the way, I guess. But Davian says, yes, absolutely, yes. And he turns to one of his sons and sort of beckons over one of his sons and sort of talks to him about, get a group I'll just put the voice on. I'm gonna go together and get to the church of Vallaki and find if Ireena is there and bring any information straight away back to these wonderful people. And the guy nods and just runs off and grabs 3 or 4 guys that are just sort of out working on the vineyard at the moment. And just instantly they just whoosh, form down into a raven form and take to the sky and head east. Oh, there you go. They should be there in an hour or so. They should be fine.
Amazing. Davian, you're a blessing to us all.
Oh, but quick, you must leave then if it's so urgent. We'll be on our way behind you. American? It looked like you were interrupt. Oh, okay.
And I go, yeah, and we leave.
Yep, straight away. You guys are on the road, yeah?
Yeah.
Okay.
I'm fuming at Strahd's arrogance. That bastard, he rubbed it in our faces and everything. How dare he? How dare he? Ireena deserves better than this. How dare he? How dare he?
How dare he?
Strahd.
He's the worst.
Yeah,
He's a creepy stalker. He's smug. He doesn't listen when you tell him not to be a creepy stalker.
Yeah, exactly. Screw him. Screw Strahd. Bastard.
I wondered if people had got him wrong or something as a miscommunication, but no.
just
He
Hell of a
doesn't respect.
miscommunication.
Yeah, everyone was just calling the devil, but he was actually a nice guy.
It could happen.
It's like for a town meeting once.
Just he doesn't respect Ireena. He doesn't even want Ireena. He wants to destroy Ireena. How
He's desperate for his ex.
dare he? He's a what? For his
Desperate
ex?
for his ex. He just
Hung up
get
on the
over it.
past. He's hung up on the past in more ways than one, isn't he? He was looking at his town all wistfully that he hasn't been back to. He's thinking about his long dead lover.
But at least he can remember her name. Like, he can't remember his town's name. I mean, that seems a bit strange.
Yeah. Yeah, that is strange.
That is sticking to that.
That's very weird.
I drew a picture of Strahd's ancestral home. and
Oh,
put it in the
nice.
Discord.
Okay, nice.
What's a Discord, Brian?
It's never mind.
Different plane of existence.
You guys get to the sort of tree line heading northeast, and you look behind you, and the cart is filled with wine barrels, is also heading out of the winery at this moment. But you can see that they're not traveling sort of the same speed that you're all traveling in. It looks like if you stick to the roads and don't take any detours, it looks like it could be, how long are we going to look at? It's probably at a normal pace. It's about a 4.5 hour ride. If you want, you can push those horses as hard as possible for 2 hours. But that will come with an animal handling roll if we want to do that. In fact, if we're going to try and push them in any way, it is going to come with an animal handling from whoever's trying to steer.
Shall we push those horses? I'm feeling very animal handling-y.
All right. So if you try.
Do it. Let's push them.
If you try to push them to double speed, like how you originally sort of went running from Winter Splinter, the distance that you're traveling, I'm going to need a roll of over 15. So the DC of 15. If you want to push them in, or if you're going at sort of like not quite double speed, like in between double and full normal speed, it'll be a DC of 10.
Should we do the DC 10, guys, or the 15?
So
How
it's
good
2
of
hours
an
to
animal
3 hours.
handler
Yeah.
are you?
I've got a +6, which is
We'll go
decent.
for 15. Let's go hardcore.
You're gonna
Ooh, nah, let's just go the mid.
on a
Yeah,
9.
mid roll.
Mid roll.
All right. So this means you'll get there instead of 4.5 hours, it'll be 3.5 hours. You'll cut an hour off your time.
Okay. All right, I'm going to do it.
Spin
Going
it
for
up,
the 10.
American.
I've rolled an 8 plus 6 for 14. So good thing I
Just as
didn't
well
go
you
for the
only
big
went
one.
for- just as
Yeah.
well, eh?
Yeah, really good.
Oh, this guy over here.
Taking a look at the map, Are there any detours you think you might want to be taking? Is there any interest at all in that tower? That
It's not that
Can I
big.
just say, as a player, I'm gutted that I'm not checking out that tower right now. I just want to see that tower real bad,
I
but
know.
yeah,
it would be wrong not to prioritize dear Ireena.
I'll say as you it's tiny. I'll say as you make your way northeast, you do follow the same path that you took on your way here, and that takes you past just that little turn off to the little intersection off to the left. American, as you're riding past it, you do just take one more look and just see that 100-foot tower, which would be 12 stories tall, I think, as it would be about, if we're trying to help you visualize it, with just this beautiful clear lake around it. And as soon as it comes in,
so bad.
as soon as it comes into your vision, the trees are just whizzing past again as you make your way east along this path.
This
be
just
back.
makes me so much angrier at Strahd, because that was in my mental plan. Like, I'm going to get to see that cool ass tower, and now he's ruined it.
Nice
Bastard.
holiday. We could have a holiday there later.
Well, I was actually wondering if it might have like something to do with a prophecy. So I was like,
Well, it probably
Is it-
does.
Yeah. It's a sun lake or something. A sun like pond.
look to the west, find a pool blessed by the light of the white sun. It's probably not it, but it is kind of
Well,
west,
yeah.
and it's a like I don't know.
And it's clear.
I want to go to that tower so bad.
We'll be back. It's fine.
Towers could be there tomorrow. Ireena might not.
Exactly.
All right, and you make your way through this dense forest, and you guys are going much faster than you were your first time down this path, and it is still very bumpy and rocky, and you do catch the glints of eyes in the thick woods either side of you, and you finally arrive at this intersection next to this large bridge. And you know just towards the east is you can see the gates and walls of Vallaki. And standing on the other side of this bridge is the same group that you saw head off. So this is now about 3 hours have passed. And you've just made it to this bridge. And standing on this bridge on the other side are the cloaked figures that you recognize from the winery, no longer in raven form.
Okay, bets on what's happened to Ireena.
Yeah, that's what I want to know.
She wandered off in a daze.
Wow, you don't think much of her, huh?
I doesn't think much of anyone.
She's like, probably just being a stupid idiot.
What a stupid moron. She's wandered off. I reckon this place is run by a dictator. That's my bet. Something to do with the horrible government in this town.
I think she's been tricked. She wouldn't, given the gravity of the situation and the fuss we made about the safety of this St. Andrews, she's been tricked out.
Or what if
She's kind of independent though. She'd like very much. I'll do my own thing.
What if her brother Ismark thought he could protect her and he like took her outside the safety zone? Maybe he was feeling overconfident.
I don't
Maybe
think she
she's
would have
been
gone.
roped into being on the board or the committee for helping with the
It's probably this.
festival.
Yeah, it must be that. She's organising the festival.
Ooh, I wonder if there'll be floats.
She got excited about it and wanted to go out and get into it, involved in the organising committee. Totally.
Okay.
Power hungry.
We figured it out. Power hungry.
American and Morley.
She wants to be in charge. That's what it's all about. She wants to be in charge. She wants to be the new Strahd. She's going to start her campaign by running the festival and showing people how good she is.
Let's kill her just in
Glad I
case
am.
she starts turning into Strahd. Someone had to die.
We'll have to stake her when we see her. You power hungry bitch.
Deal.
Gotta kill someone.
Which is it, Ireena? Are you just stupid or are you power hungry?
I think she's been.
Balloons.
I think she's been tricked by somebody into going to Gresk.
Grits. Oh. Okay.
Sorry.
Kretsk. Why Kretsk?
Well, that's where somebody was trying to get us to take her. So I think that's possibly what's happened. That whatever that entity is, might even think it's safe, but Apparently, it's not.
I like to think that we've been stopped at the city gates just debating theoreticals for like half an hour.
You're on the bridge, not at the city gates at this point. So they've met you a mile or so outside of the city gates.
Can we just ask the Raven folk?
Yeah, should we just walk to the people
rather than
Like they're all standing there, like looking at their
that.
watches and just like looking at you parked on the bridge, like, what are they doing?
Spill the beans,
Guys,
dudes.
We know what's happened. Hey,
it's Chris, right?
American, one of the faces you recognize just beckons you with the horse and cart over as he sees you sort of reaching the crest of the bridge.
I'm going to skillfully lead the horses to him with a rating of about 14 out of 20.
Yeah, you power slide those horses into the you bring the horses to a stop right next to them. And one of the people says, "We've got the information for you."
well,
He looks up at Morley and American. Well, first of all, she's not at the church. Secondly, Father, I've never heard a priest swear as much about it ever before. Right? He mentioned something. He wouldn't tell me what, but she'd stolen something and scarpered.
She'd stolen something?
And I'm being told for thinking the worst.
I don't know. He wouldn't tell me what had happened. He was cursing up a storm. Yeah. And she's got stolen something and scarpered. No one knows where she is.
Well, I hope it's not the bones of St. Andrew.
Yeah, that's what I was thinking it would be.
The what?
Hope it is the bones of St. Andrew. If it's anything.
It's a secret, Brian.
What's the bones of St. Andrew?
It's a bar that I've been to.
Good cover, Brian.
Can you roll deception?
What's the bones of St. Andrew? It's the best.
It's awesome.
15 plus 2.
Right, they've rolled a 19 plus 1. And they're like, come on now. What is this bones of St. Andrew they're all about?
It's the bones of the building of St. Andrew's Church. The bones, good bones for building. We're talking about that.
Like she stole the foundations of the building.
No. Just some of the timber framing.
We really don't have time.
I'm going to need you to roll deception as well, please.
American, let's just go.
I'm not just going to ride off.
Why are we getting questioned by the crow man?
You're the ones lying to him. Like
That is racist.
he's just asking.
He has no.
He's just asking questions, and you're lying to his face.
Timber foundations there.
Yeah, that's not enough, unfortunately.
Stop lying to the man. Let's just go.
All right. Well, let's.
To deception.
Loris.
All right.
We're
Well,
still talking.
Well, none of my business then. I guess whatever. But she's not there anymore. Father Lucian's very upset. We're going to get back to the winery. All right. And they just him and the group just like form back into ravens, up into the sky, and head west.
We need to get to the church and talk to Father Lucian.
Fuck.
This is so bad. And I'm not even feeling that. I didn't even prepare any psychic type spells today. This would have been perfect. Oh, this is bad.
Wait.
This is bad.
Wait. Doesn't one of you know where things are spatially? One of you knows something. I've seen some of you use your wizardcraft before.
I mean, I have used location-based divination spells, but I did not prepare any today.
Molly grabs Bill. He kind of grabs Bill by the lapels. He's starting to panic now. Bill, messenger, Bill. You must be able to do something.
I mean, I can try. It doesn't have a very big range, pal.
Try. Please try.
I cast message, and I try to find Ireena.
What's the range?
60 feet.
So literally into the town.
Nope. You do not find Ireena within 60 feet of you.
This is bad. Why would she do this? Why would she do this?
I'm going to give her the benefit of the doubt because she's never done something that is stupid so far.
That we know
we might
of.
have a good reason for it. She must have a good reason for it. Let's just go ask the priest.
Yeah.
And I think we should try and probe a little. There may be something that he would hide from us. Perhaps he was untoward her. Maybe he had something that he had on his agenda that she didn't like. We don't know. He could have been in. What if he's in the pocket of that? Okay, let's just go. Let's go.
Yes.
Should we not theorize for 30 minutes this time? Should we
yeah.
just go?
Go talk to the priest.
All right, so yeah, American, you just do what you need to do. What is it? Kick the horses into gear? I don't know what you do, but you.
Yeah! Onward, Axel! Onward!
Before we go any too far, can I just stuff the dead bodies into the wagon? I don't want people.
Yeah, that would be a bad look for us.
It's going to get very tight in there. You've already got like.
I'm going to go up top.
5. You've already got 6 people in the back, like inside.
We can
I'll jump
stack
out
them
and run
vertically,
beside
though.
I'm gonna run beside the wagon because I'm not sitting beside 4 dead bodies and in that cramped space.
And 2
That's kinda
skeletons.
gross. Yeah, it's just getting a little too close for comfort now. I don't mind the stench, but yeah.
I do mind the stench.
Yeah. So you're
If
up on
anyone
top.
asks, we can just say that these are the druids that we had to murder. We did a good job.
We just like taking
why
them
not?
with us.
Okay.
Should we
Let's
just
go.
put some sunglasses on them and say they're hungover?
If we can get some clothes, that'd be
Looking
good.
at Larry's.
Larry's.
Bernie's Day movie.
Weekend at Brian's.
Brian's. There you go.
Right.
So good. Please, someone do the poster with Shannon in the middle.
Weekend at Larry's.
I watched that.
Ooh, Larry.
It's about another 20 minutes before you guys end up back at those big gates, the eastern gates of Vallaki. This time they're open, but you do see a familiar face at the gate that sort of sees you all approaching. There's a big smile on his face as he sees you. All right, guys, yeah, it's nice to see you guys coming back. Thanks.
Hey, mate, no time.
Hi, bye, see you.
Oh, okay. And then you guys just zip past him.
Oh,
Oh, American, did you want to say something, American?
have you seen a young woman around?
Oh, so we're going to talk. We're going to talk to Gary.
I mean, a guy who guards the gates might know something about where people go.
Seems like an oversight in my initial thinking.
Yeah,
One
okay.
question.
Yeah. So you pull up at the gates next to Gary, and he goes, "Oh, it's so nice to see you back here in Vallaki. We've sort of wondered if you ever going to come back."
Nice to see you too. What was your name?
Greg.
Greg. Yeah.
Greg.
Yeah,
Right.
name's-
Well,
name's
we
Greg.
don't have. I'm so sorry, Greg. We're in a bit of a hurry. Our friend's gone missing. Have you seen a young woman around? What does she
I've
look
seen
like? Guys,
plenty
she's
of
got
young women around.
she's got long red pants on, Gumby like
short leg.
feet.
It's good you guys are taking Ireena's disappearance seriously. That's great.
I'm trying to describe. She's got
She's got-
brown hair.
Blue
Let's
eyes.
just say you describe Ireena.
I leave it to Morley to lovingly
Molly
describe
would be
her
able to
every
best
feature.
Beautiful.
describe it.
She's beautiful, Greg.
Oh, the lady that you had come in with, yes.
That's it.
Greg never forgets a face, and I haven't seen her actually. I haven't seen her go through any. Look, I'm only ever looking after one of these gates at any one time, though. 1 second. Let's. And he looks over his shoulder. Joe, have you seen, mate? Have you seen? Long brown hair, beautiful face, blue eyes, hanging out with these guys before. I don't know if you've seen these guys. No. You don't know who these guys are. Oh. And he turns back to you. No, I don't think
Waste of
Joe.
time.
I don't think Joe knows much about that lovely lady either. But I haven't seen her. I haven't seen her go through any of the gates I've been at.
Well,
Agree.
if you do see her, tell her that we're going to the church now.
The
and
church. There's lots going down at that church lately.
What's
So we're
happened
here.
at the church?
I've heard a lot of swearing coming out of that church in the last few hours.
In the last few hours.
From here.
No, I was over. I was walking. I only just started my shift here. I was walking past the church. Lots of swear, but that was hours ago.
Really?
Okay.
2 hours, 3 hours?
Like since
This
morning.
morning.
Yeah, since the morning.
Morning. Okay.
Thank you. Was it Grig? Okay, bye. Goodbye, Grig.
All right, I hope you find your friend.
Okay. Let's go to the
Good he
church.
was.
Well, it was worth a try.
Yeah. And the church is just up ahead, actually. Just past the first bend in the road, you see the graveyard and the church that is attached to it. Let me just bring up some information. And you're just reminded of that how old and sort of decrepit this church is looking. It's sort of sagging in places and bulging in others. There's some scratches and scrapes down the outside. And as you get closer, you're hearing just from within just some sort of yelling and frustrations. And outside is just a little scallywag, a little familiar-faced dog that is just sitting there patiently, sort of like all by himself, though. The kids aren't there. Ireena's not there. Ismark's not there. It's just poor scallywag waiting outside this church.
Look at the kids.
Oh, yeah, they were kids at one point.
One job, look after the kids, look after the dog.
Molly's just going to stop just before the entrance of the church and address everyone.
Remember, morning lord. Morning lord.
Yes, that thing around his necklace is a holy symbol. I learned that one.
Morning
And shall
lord.
we not
Remember.
accidentally kill him this time?
Good plan.
Okay.
No killing's an accident.
No killing is an accident.
I don't kill things accidentally. It's always on purpose.
Absolute shit.
I mean,
I intend to kill something. Yeah, let's go talk to the priest. Come on.
I'm just
Molly
going
pushes
to...
the doors open.
Oh, so you're going straight into the church. 1 second.
Fuck yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
I'm just going to move some tokens and get this all set up. All right, let's move you into the church. Where are you guys? Great. Why is this not on? That's on. Daylight mode's on. Can you guys see that map at all?
It's black
You
at
can
the
see
moment,
my
but I
token
should
and it's
know.
black all around.
Yes, I'm the same.
Okay.
I can't even see my token.
Sorry, I just got to turn on some stuff for everybody. For some reason, this is
Oh, there we
reset
go.
some settings.
I feel like we should be prepared for this guy to maybe hide something from us. So we should be critical of what he says and try to keep an open mind. Maybe do
He's
some
gonna-
insight checks on him.
Oh yeah.
Can everyone see the map now?
Yep.
Yes.
No,
No.
still can't.
I heard he's got a potty mouth. This guy.
He's clearly upset if Ireena is supposedly
We all good
taken
now?
something.
Yeah.
Okay, great. So yeah, you make your way up the path towards the church, and you just push open the doors, and you can see Father Lucian sort of walking around, shouting and pushing people out of the way. And he looks to see you all enter, and he's like, "What are you doing here? What have you done with them? What have you done with them?"
Lucian!
And yeah, Lucian just meets you in the you storm up, and he is red faced as you sort of meet him in the middle of this church.
Hold up. So did you say he was pushing people out of the way inside the church?
He's like, yeah, he was just like pushing his way through because this church, even though it doesn't look it from here, it's quite full of people at the moment.
Oh.
Including you can see sort of in the back there is what was his name, Milovic, the guy that was out tending to the land last time you were there.
Hot groundskeeper. Yep.
And you do see just sort of sitting quietly off in one of the far corners is the other two children that were brought in here earlier. So the kids are still here. There's no sign of Ismark among these people. And yeah, having seen you, he started pushing his way through the crowd towards you to meet you, bam, in the middle of the church. What have you done with them? Where is she and what have you done?
Where is she? That's what I want to know, Lucian.
That's what I want to know. Where is she?
We don't know. We thought you knew.
Why would I know? She stole. She stole.
What did she steal? What did she steal?
Candles.
He's making such a scene.
What did she steal, Lucian? What did she take, Lucian?
The bones are gone. She's taken the bones.
The bones! She's taken the bones, everybody!
We called that.
Ewan,
Do you know
Why
what this
would you do
means?
that?
The church
It
is no
means
longer
the church
protected.
is.
Yes, the church is no longer sacred. That means we're all at risk.
Do the bones really work though? Maybe it was something else.
Because Strahd seemed to think that she's at risk, and if she's got the bones, then surely she shouldn't be at risk.
That's true.
So
Are you sure they're gone?
why?
Lu-
Who else could it have been?
Lucian, tell us what you know.
Well, I should be asking you the same thing. Why? You were the only ones. You were one of the only few that knew about the bones in this place.
Look,
Who else knows
we
about them?
we want to find Ireena. You want to find the bones. You think the bones are with her. So the best thing we can do, time is of the essence. The best thing we can do is learn what you know and go to try find her.
Lucian.
said.
Lucian nods and sort of like beckons towards all of you to go sort of out for as a group for everyone to go outside. Please, let's move away from prying ears and eyes. And starts making his way past you guys outside, leaving a small group of people. American, can you give me a perception check?
Yes, I can. I've rolled. Ooh, only a 4 plus 6 for 10.
What you do notice is Milovich is sort of looking down into these busted floorboards. And he's still got his shovel with him, and he's just sort of like looking down. He's shaking his head, and he looks out over towards you all as you walk out.
Should we potentially split into two groups maybe and try to gather information independently, meet back up and bring our heads together?
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
I'll chat to the priest.
I'll stay with Bill.
I might check out these bones.
I'm like low-key to Morley, like, you're quite charismatic. Can you come with us? We kind of need a person who's good at charisma.
Yeah.
That's a little metagamey, but I'll allow it.
No. If you know that one person in your group is good at talking to people,
That's fair.
and you know you're horrible at it and mess it up every time, you would get someone with you.
That's fair.
That's yeah. I said it in a jokey metagaming way, but
What do you need me for, American? Molly's quite distressed and quite panicked, and as the minutes tick by, he's getting no less panicked, put it that way.
just be like, Morley, I believe you can help us gather information.
Bill, find out what you can from the police, please. I'm counting on you.
Just take a deep breath and release the panic. We need our wonderful charismatic Morley. We'll get to the bottom of this. Breathe and release.
Don't patronize me, American.
I'm gonna begrudgingly kind of go along with American after having implored Bill to find out anything he possibly can.
So where are you planning on going, American?
I think we should question that groundskeeper guy because he looks like he's got something on his mind, and I've picked up on a slightly like guilty or regretful look in his eyes.
Okay. We can do that. Which do we want to do first? I think we'll continue with Lucian first of all, since that was sort of the driving force of this. And Lucian meets with both Bill and Loris outside. And he keeps looking back over towards Morley, American, and the Baron back inside the church with suspicion. And he says, "There weren't many of you who knew about the bones, and now they're gone. What do you want me to believe? You've got nothing to do with this?"
I don't think we would be back here so soon if we did have anything to do with it. Do you?
Well, they say the criminals return to the scene of the crime.
I don't think they return to try to find out who's done the crime very often.
Lucian is furious. He's like, I don't appreciate you mocking me in this way. The things that were keeping this church safe have gone, and the woman that you entrusted me to look after has gone as well. What do you want me to believe?
All right, fair enough, Lucian. Let's stop talking around it. What happened so that we can try to help?
This morning, the floorboards had been pulled up, and the bones from the crypt had been taken, and there was no sign of Ireena anywhere.
What about Ismark? Where's Ismark?
Well, he went off to try and I kicked him out, and he said he was going to try and find Ireena to prove me wrong.
What proof do you have that Ireena took the bones, though? Like, you've just realized she's missing. How do you know it was her?
Put 2 and 2 together. She's missing, the bone's missing. What you tell me, big man, what do you think happened then?
I'm just thinking it's not necessarily obviously her. It could have been anybody that came in. Like, what proof have you got?
The fact that she's missing.
It doesn't matter right now until we get some evidence anyway. So, who cares about that? Did you hear anything suspicious?
No, not at all. Not at all.
And what time did this happen?
I don't know. I woke up and they were gone.
What time? What time did you wake up?
About 6:30.
Okay. And that's when you went through and kicked his mouth out.
Yes.
Okay. Does anybody else here? Who else might have been up around that time? What about your groundskeeper?
Yeah, he gets up around the same sort of time.
Okay. Is there anyone you can think of that might have seen something? A neighbor, someone nearby, maybe local farmhands or somebody that's up super early.
I haven't reported this to anybody purely because I don't want to fuck up the Burgomaster's festival tomorrow.
I just mean anybody who may have seen somebody skulking around and in the wee hours.
You'd have to talk to the neighbors to find out. I've got no idea. I've been furious. I've been fuming. I'm trying to in the hopes that they're just being misplaced or somewhere. There's only a handful of people who even know that those bones exist.
All right.
And who are they? Besides ourselves and you.
Other than the 3 of us outside, the 3 of you inside, and the fellows that you brought along, with the only other person is Milovic.
Right. Okay.
The one standing right there, and he just like turns around and points to Milovic, clearly just standing innocently in the church.
Okay. Can we fade to the other?
Yeah, totally.
Questioning.
We fade to black and then fade back in with American Morley and the Baron in the middle of the church.
June.
And we go back outside just to.
We have nothing to say to him.
Some sort of
He's clearly.
hole there.
You said he was innocent, so we don't say anything. We move on.
Fair enough.
Sorry for your loss. Bye.
We're gonna walk up to him and ask him if he cared to take a stroll around the grounds. What was your name? Was it Greg?
Greg. So you walk up to Milovic and say, "What's your name, Greg?" And Milovic, with his shovel over his shoulder, looks up from the hole at his feet and looks over to you and says, "What do you want with me?"
Oh, he's handsome. What? I didn't imagine to be this handsome. Put the face back on. He's an anime boy. Oh, wow. Okay, I wasn't.
K-pop original.
I just imagine like him looking up from his shovel and me just being like, Oh,
His shirt off. Sweat dripping down.
glistening with sweat in the sun.
Oh god.
Blue hair.
I didn't know they made these groundskeepers so handsome in Barovia. I'm not going to say that.
I knew he was
See the
going to
whole
be.
boys.
I thought he was going to be a real munter.
As soon as he looks up, I just go silent and bright red and gesture Morley to do the talking.
He's obviously innocent. Look at him.
Pull
Yeah, he's
yourself together, American.
Do what?
Mutter.
happy as hell.
Baron, you two, God's sakes. You're digging up these floorboards, are you, Milovic?
Why are you even here?
Oh,
Sorry?
Father Lucian seems to think you're involved with this. Why are you here?
More
You
obviously
come
not
to
involved, are
have
we?
you come to rub it in that you have taken the only thing keeping this place safe?
Fucking rub it in, man. We want to know where Ireena is, and we think you know. And I'm going to steer him right in his sexy, sultry, BTS eyes.
Wow.
I've got no idea where that wench of yours has gone. She's taking the bones.
Don't you call her a wench. He disrespects woman, American.
yeah, I'm like, deals off. Sorry.
It was a deal.
So what do you know, Milovic? We're on the same team here, I may remind you.
Well, I know that the bones are gone, and I know that Ireena is left with them, yeah?
Did you find this disturbance?
No, Father Lucian found or discovered this, yeah.
Okay.
Playing it cool, huh? I know you're hiding
fucking
something
dick.
behind those sultry eyes of yours.
I hate this guy so much. Went to school with guys like you, Milovic.
Well, I mean, if you've got nothing else to discuss, and I've got grounds to attend to.
Did you find anything of interest down here? Any clues? Any evidence? Were you even looking?
Father Lucian is worried about that. I haven't stepped foot down there.
Can we do an insight check on this handsome son of a bitch real quick?
Yeah, please.
Because I feel like both me and Morley, as soon as he called Ireena a wench, we're like, this guy.
You
And
son of a
So
bitch.
do we
this
do
guy.
it? Can we do an insight check together?
Yeah, you both like squint your eyes at him, and yeah, give me whoever's got the highest insight can roll with advantage.
I've got a +3. What about you?
No, it's you, for sure. I'm a terrible
Alright.
judge of character.
Rolled an 11 +3.
He's not
Not great.
showing. Yeah, he's
Not
not
bad.
showing any tells or anything. You've got no reason to not believe him at this point. Yeah. There's nothing coming from him. And he says, "So if you don't mind, yeah, yeah, Adam."
Oh, I'm not interrupting Milovic.
Yeah, right.
I'm interrupting you in the
Okay, perfect.
I'm just gonna, unbeknownst to Milovic or to anyone around me, I'm just gonna reach inside my jacket pocket and touch my hilt.
Have a moment, mate. Jesus Christ.
Is he really that hot?
Wow.
Sleight of hand.
Like,
He is handsome, though.
Come on.
At least it's his own jacket.
Jeez, I know he's hot. I mean, come on.
Yeah, if you need to have a moment, there's a couple of rooms there.
I'm like, yeah, we could either try and persuade him to
Not like that.
tell. Not like that. Look, if I'm if the story calls for it, no, it's not happening. No, he called her a wench.
I do want to touch the hilt though.
Right. Yeah, so you open up the coat a little bit and just reach in onto the Sunblade's hilt. there's actually still like a fury coming from this that you weren't really noticing earlier. There's like just an absolute anger, and you touch it and just like you sense an anger aimed at Strahd. Like even though it wasn't you weren't sort of focused on this earlier, you're just getting a bunch of anger aimed at Strahd from maybe earlier when he was around. And the moment it sees that you're somewhere else, somewhere new, there's a little bit of confusion coming from that hilt at first, and then just a bunch of distrust that you can feel coming from that hilt. So it's a big range of emotions. Yeah.
This handsome bastard's trying to fob us off. We can't let him get away. But I'm not charming in the slightest.
Yeah.
We want these bones back. Milovich, I think we might have got off on the wrong foot. I just want to help you recover the bones, and I want to find Ireena. And if she's done wrong, she'll be brought to justice.
Give me a persuasion roll.
That's the Morley we need.
I don't know what that is because there's an edit on top of
nice.
it.
So 19 plus 5.
19 plus 5 is 24. As you say that, there's just like you notice a little sort of a twitch to his left eye as you mention bringing the bones back and wanting to save Ireena. There's a little twitch to his left eye, and he says, "Well, you're welcome to take a look and see if you're able to find anything."
Appreciate it very much, and I apologize. I'm just worried for obviously the desecration of this sacred church and for Ireena as well. Baron, American, we can have a look.
Oh, I'm having a look.
Give me an investigation roll, American.
Okay, it's not my forte. Oops, sorry. Okay.
It's not my forte.
Nat 20 plus 0.
Yeah, perfect. You look down at the floorboards that have been pulled up, and you can see that there are like scratch marks down the edges of some of the floorboards next to the ones that have been removed. It's not like animal claws or fingernails or anything like that. It looks like there's been some sort of tool that's scraped down a bit of the wood to loosen some of the other floorboards. And each of the scratches look to be maybe 20 centimeters wide. It looks like something has come down about 20 centimeters wide, scraped across some floorboards and levered off some of those. Can you also give me a perception check?
I can. Another nat 20 plus 6.
Come on.
I'm feeling it.
Yeah, with your investigation and a perfect investigation, and with perfect perception, you're looking down at those scratch marks, and there's a sort of a shape to them that you're picking up on as well. It's not just that they're wide, but it looks like there's less that has been sort of carved out or scratched out on each side, almost like whatever has dug down into this has been curved in some format. And you just look up at Milovich, and you just take a look at that shovel that he's holding on to. And then you and him sort of catch each other's eye for a moment, and you look at his hand, and his knuckles holding on to that shovel are just white. He is really gripping onto that shovel. And with that perception check as well, you notice just a small bead of sweat rolling down the left side of his face.
I'm just going to smile and say, Milovich. Why would you lie to us, Milovich?
Keeping your powder dry.
You beautiful man. Why would you do this?
It's always the first person you suspect.
There's a little break in his voice, which only you pick up on, American. I don't think Morley's noticed any of this yet. And he's just like, I don't know what do you mean? What am I lying about? His eyes are sort of like darting back and forth.
Yeah, gripping the handle of that shovel so tightly, Milovich. Why are you nervous about something about that shovel and how you've obviously been using it in ways you shouldn't?
I'm just anxious to get out and do the grounds work.
Yes, you do seem anxious. You're a liar! You're a liar, Milovich!
Give me an intimidation check.
Oh, I'm ready for that nat one. I'm ready. Okay.
And actually, Molly, can you give me a perception check as well, please?
Okay, I've got a -1 on charisma rolls.
Jeez.
So overall, a 19 -1.
Oh.
So not too bad.
Not too bad.
Sorry, was that a perception?
Perception, yeah.
Yeah. I just want to let you know my intentions now, seeing Miracle
yeah.
take this angle, are a little bit of good cop, bad cop.
Okay. Yeah. Oh, the
20.
rolls! Oh my god!
Wow.
Okay, with your perception check, you pick up you understand completely what Mirakin is getting at this point, what she's insinuating. Mirakin, you just you stand strong, and you just straight up shout in front of everybody that he's a liar, and Milovich, his eyes just sort of widen. And he holds like one finger to his mouth and says, please be quiet. Shush. Just, please. And he just...
I'd like to point out that I come up to his chin and I'm just like gesticulating wildly.
American just gets a big sniff.
I smell his hair and continue to yell.
Wow.
Yeah.
Talking about stalkers, Jesus.
That's what it's been. I'm gonna.
Morley has a wholesome relationship with Ireena, and I've just become like this absolute pervert.
Just wow.
American, don't be casting your aspersions about. I think we got off on the wrong foot. Milovich, you've got nothing to hide, do you, pal? I'm gonna kind of look in his eyes, kind of with kindness, but like pretty steely.
Yeah.
Ooh, steely kindness.
Yeah, and he's you're noticing the sweat on him now, and he's sort of stammering his words a little bit. And he just says, Lucian told me about the bones. A few days ago, maybe a week ago. And he's just sort of like stammering a little bit.
You probably just wanted to protect them, didn't you, Milovich? You just wanted to make sure they were safe, didn't you?
Or were you hungry for power, Milovich? Or were you stupid?
And he goes bright red, and he says, I didn't know that they were keeping this place safe. I thought it was all fairy tales.
Of course you didn't know. Why would you know? It's okay. You can tell us what happened, Milovich. We'll keep you safe, man.
And after he told me about the bones, I couldn't keep something like that secret, you know.
No, I know. The weight of it would be unbearable.
And so I sort of informed my friend of the bones.
Too much for one man to bear. Who did you clue in, Milovich?
I can't say.
Oh, you can tell us. You can tell us when your secret's safe with me.
And he looks from you, Morley, over to sort of Mirakin, not wanting to open not really wanting to open his mouth.
I'm gonna stand back and sort of be tapping on my arm, just watching Morley, and I am gonna be giving off a nutty vibe in my eyes just to support that.
Yeah, he sees that sort of like crazy glint in your eye, and he says, "Oh damn it!
Hey, Milovich, I want to help you, okay? But my friend, she killed 6 druids with 1 bolt of lightning this morning, okay?" And I'm not bullshitting you.
And I
just don't want to see the same thing happen to you.
He looks over at you, Mirakin, and looks over at your incredibly terrifying staff that you're holding on to.
Yeah, my sort of like black staff that's almost oozing just a little bit of blood, but it's also covered in bows. So it's giving off an exactly
it's a
crazy
mixed
vibe.
message. Yeah, it's a mixed message. He says, "Damn it, Henrik." I told Henrik the coffin maker that supplies the coffins for our graveyard. I told him about it.
Right. And you and Henrik, you wanted to take the bones up and look at them, did you? Or keep them safe or what?
He just wanted to get his hands on them, and he offered me a lot of money. So I can...
Oh, Milevich.
So I can...
Oh, Milevich. Oh, Milevich.
Look out.
Are we about to flip?
You got yourself in trouble, boyo.
We're running out of funds here at the church, and we needed something. It was too...
Well, you're fucking not, because we just dropped a load of gold on when we turned up a couple of days ago.
And
I think Lucian's been keeping it from you. That's what he's been doing. Lining his own pockets.
Just slipping some stories in now. Wow.
Steady on there, Morley.
I've seen a lot of those false confession shows recently.
He looks towards you, Morley, and he says, Do you think they did keep this place safe?
If they did, they're not keeping anything here safe anymore.
And he drops his head. He says, But where's your Ireena gone?
That's what we're finding out. I'm going to leave you now, Milevich, to have a word with my friend American, and I pray that you tell her the truth like you told me. Good boy. Be good boy. And I'm just going to start walking towards American, and I'm going to go, you fucking got the bones. Like just in her ear as I walk by.
Do not move, Milevich.
Yes,
we need to find
yes,
out
ma'am.
about this friend of his. Tell us.
Wait, so did you tell him not to move, and then did you walk away and then come back to ask him more, or just making sure it doesn't go anywhere?
Yes.
Okay, cool. So what are you asking him?
Well, he said he had a friend, right?
Yeah. So
he told.
He repeats the story that he told Morley, that the guy who supplies coffins for this graveyard, he sort of let slip about the bones, and St. Andrew's bones, and he was offered a lot of money to help keep the children and the people that this church looks after safe. To which, so I grabbed them in the night and delivered them to Henrik.
You foolish, handsome man. You handsome. Ooh. Oh. You will atone for what you've done. You will take us to your friend, and you will atone by cooperating.
I'm just going to be doing that like in the background on my hand, so he looks up.
And he just says, yes, I can show you to Henrik's.
We did it, team.
And we'll take our 5-minute break there.
Whoa!
Well done, team.
Interrogate the scum.
Those rolls, man.
Those rolls were
Wow.
amazing.
Yeah.
20, a 26, an 18. Oh, there was a 24 in there as well. Sorry, and then a 21.
Yeah, seriously.
Isn't it a good run?
Amazing. That's a crazy run.
Yeah. Let's just turn off Sirenscape. Not that there's been much noise coming from that. A lot has happened. You guys have done a lot in a very short amount of time. Strahd, what do you guys think of Strahd?
He's a dick. Like, seriously, man, what an arrogant SOB. Just standing there, I'm just gonna look at the mist and remember my village, and I can't remember its name, but you guys, right, I'm just gonna egg you on a bit, hey big boy, you got an accent for me?
I like that. That was pretty perfect.
That was very enjoyable. That was very enjoyable to do.
If Morley hadn't have told Loris to sort of just be calm, I would have gone berserk on him. I would have let rip.
Oh man, why did you calm him down? I want to see that.
I was ready to do it, and then Morley's just like, no, Loris, just
Oh yeah, sure.
hold tight there
Sure,
for a second.
I believe that.
I was
Yeah,
gone.
sure.
And then he just kept egging me on. I was like, fuck, but I've agreed. I've already said, so I have to behave.
Yeah, that was
probably safer
cool.
for you that you did.
Yeah, Loris doesn't think like that.
I need to do some serious study now, because you guys have powered through. I was like, all right, I think I've covered enough. You guys have powered through like the majority of what I had planned, thanks to your incredibly good rolls.
Milovich, we cracked that nut real hard.
Yeah.
Canary, didn't he?
Just
Didn't
took a
stand
look
a
at Scary
chance.
American and he just cracked. It was brilliant.
I love the good cop, bad
Good
cop
bad cop
routine.
was fantastic. It was brilliant.
I'm like gonna be like afterwards, like you were kind of harping on the I'm crazy thing. That was part of it, the act, right?
It's totally
Right.
Totally part of it. Yeah. What I wanted to do was like walk back and like then tell you to like switch it up so he just would get all discombobulated so you'd be kind, and I'd be like, "Where's the fucking bounce, man?"
That would be great.
Even though he's told us everything, there's nothing more to extract out of him.
You guys had amazing rolls, man.
Just, I like, yeah. Morley just like, we get the information. Morley's just like, by the way, never call Ireena a wench again, and just clocks him.
That would have been a good ending to it.
was
No,
a great
don't
little,
punch his face. You'll ruin it.
Is there a new romance starting in Barovia? Is there?
I don't think so. I think it's an entirely creepy, one-sided situation.
Someone in the chat was like, "He's 16 for crying out loud." I'm not sure if that is how old he is, but
that's not right. and here I am over 100 years old.
I know, it's disgusting.
It would never work.
Yuck.
It would never work.
American's like, I didn't hear his age.
Yeah, it's true. That is true.
Oh my god! Next time, hang on, wait, stay with me. Next time we walk into the church.
I got that reference. Wayne's World. Fantastic.
Yeah. It was not the most recognizable part of the song, unfortunately.
Wayne's World.
Yeah, like when he runs into the church to try and stop the wedding. Wayne's World 2, was it? That was that one. Shit, I can't even. I haven't said 2.
Wasn't it 2?
Yeah, it was 2.
Is that where they have to hack a satellite and shit?
That was 1 because they have to like.
I've not seen it in a long time.
Hack the satellite to get the guy to show up at like the house to like sign the deal or something like that. Yeah, those are great movies. Anyway,
I just watch it again.
Yeah.
My favorite part of that movie is the red licorice from the roof of the car.
Oh, yeah. Red
That's like
licorice.
the first thing he does when he gets money. He's like installs a red licorice dispenser in the roof of his car.
Yeah. I just want to say thank you to Galga DM, Makor, the Epic Dwarf, for giving us a follow, and Ivo Minikowski for subscribing for his 4th month, who also says we're basically it's his insomnia is perfect for us, basically, because he's obviously not able to get to sleep, so he's sitting there watching us. But thank you for the subscription. You know what you get. You get one of these. Is everyone else going to give one of those? You know, it's a tired one, is it? It's a little tired. It's a little tired dance. Yeah. Oh, there we go. Yeah, Shannon caught on. There we go. Thank you so much. So much. Yeah. That was cool. So you hate Strahd, which is great. That was what I was going for. That was actually really enjoyable. That was really enjoyable.
You hit that tone of an unlikable jerk who we feel like we can't try and attack because he's probably too powerful.
It's like he's powerful and he knows it, and he likes lording it over us, which really, really annoys me.
Yeah.
It annoys my character and it annoys me.
Yeah,
it's just that tone. I just want to smack.
Well, I mean, that's why I do. I knew I would get not only to Loris, I would get to Dave. That was the whole point. Was
so I was allowed to dislike that.
Well, yeah, absolutely, because I know the best way to get role play out of you is to get you feeling it. So if I could get you angry, I knew Loris would be angry, and that's what I was trying to go for.
I'm very impressed that you hung back, Dave. That shows real personal growth.
I didn't want to. I was boiling.
Yeah, I was just gonna
ready to
say.
smash him. I was so close. Like I say, if Adam hadn't said early on in that piece, just hang back and behave, sort of thing. As soon as if he'd carried on, I would have had to have attacked him. I was that close.
Stop giving us FOMO of Loris being absolutely beaten up. I want to see Strahd versus Loris, and you're just making it worse that we missed out.
Yeah, I don't know why you did it.
I wanted to see Loris tossed like a rag doll.
Because you've already seen that.
That
was too
I want to see it again.
This would have been Loris dying, which would have meant that we would have intervened, or I would have intervened at least, which meant that I would have died.
Yeah, I think Morley did the party did Loris a massive favor, but yeah, it'll come. Adam's still going to yank his fangs out. It has now been said to Strahd's face that Morley is going to yank his fangs out. Like that. Wow.
True. It
was mumbled.
It was mumbled in his general vicinity.
Strahd would have heard it.
Yeah.
Strahd's got good ears, though, doesn't he?
Strahd would have heard that. Strahd probably read Morley's mind and knew it was coming.
Kalan's given us 100 bits. Thank you so much for that support, Kalan.
Thank you.
And Mania, thank you for giving us a follow. If you like what we've seen so far, do give us a follow, because it's one of those things that just makes us feel good. And we like that. And we've also got a Discord if you want to come and chat to us about D&D, about what we've been doing or what you've been playing or anything else. Come and say hi. And you can catch up on all of our previous stuff either on YouTube or Twitch or in podcast form. We've got a Kit Kat.
Is that a Kit Kat Gold? What's a Kit Kat Gold?
Oh, that's great.
It's like
we blew it out.
Oh, okay.
Gold crisp.
Gold crisp.
You need to crack that sucker open.
It's the new
Give us
Kit Kat motherfucker.
What kind of obscene graphics do they have on there?
What's the question of the week? Who's rocking out the question of the week?
So I'm on question of the week, but can we see a cross section of that Kit Kat Gold first?
Yeah, that's what I want to see.
Oh no! I don't even like white chocolate.
Oh, is it white chocolate?
It's a shame. Oh, I think it might be caramel.
Oh, it's that caramel.
that's all good.
Interesting.
Gold chocolate.
Yeah. Oh, okay.
Oh, Kit Kat beige.
So it's a caramel beigey kind of thing. Cool.
Yeah.
That looks like my favorite chocolate bar
Yeah.
ever. My
I'm
new
going to have to
favorite.
go find me some of those tomorrow.
Did we get one of those? I feel like maybe we did.
We got another one, I think. There was I can't remember what flavor that one was.
It was still
Cookies
like
and
that
cream?
caramel.
It was the caramel.
There's cookies and cream.
There's another new one. It's only just come out recently. But, and I think it was only in the small fingers.
No, they got
Kit Kat
Kit Kat
stream.
McFlurries.
Kit Kat
Oh,
McFlurry.
yes, they are so good. Macca's has they are
limited
really
time.
Our
good.
two major sponsors.
I know, they
What a
come together.
crossover.
What a
I can't believe
crossover.
they did this for us.
Yeah.
Getting Dicey collab.
Yeah, I had a Kit Kat McFlurry the other day. They are really good.
Okay,
Like Kiwi
on
mentioned, there's a mint one as well, which we tried the other day as well. That was pretty good. That was pretty good.
Oh my god,
Okay.
I forgot to draw our new best friend.
The,
What's his name?
you were too
again?
you were too distracted.
Milovich.
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 Or Greg, if that's what you want to call him.
Yeah. I was trying to say Grig as a
Grig.
joke, but it just
Yeah.
sounds like I'm saying Greg in a Kiwi accent, so it sounds the same.
I heard Greg.
Greg.
Grig.
Grig.
Greg.
Grig.
Greg.
So question of the week.
Okay, I've got a choice this week. Do you want a player question or do you want a character question?
Ooh.
Character.
Yeah.
We're in general agreement, character? Okay. And Reagan, I would like you to answer this on behalf of Strahd.
Ooh, here we go.
What's your biggest weakness?
What's your Achilles heel?
How are you most likely to die? No. Okay. well, maybe you can't give away too much because this is kind of a personal one. But what does your character most like to do to celebrate their birthday?
All right.
I'll give you a minute to think about it.
Strahd's had plenty of those.
Yeah.
He has had plenty. What would Strahd do
Probably
on
forgotten
his
his
birthday?
birthday.
Yeah.
So you could think about like your character's favorite birthday and least favorite birthday, and maybe describe those.
Okay.
Who goes first?
Yeah, who goes first, John?
I'm just giving people a little bit of time to absorb it, but maybe Joe, if you're ready.
American's birthday. What does she do?
Yeah.
She's had quite a few as well.
Yeah. She's a young elf, but I think that's still over 100. I think I've got that she's 150 or something. So best birthdays would be back in the plane of the ethereal plane. Arborea, where she's from. It's from a different plane. I should know exactly where it is, but I don't. But those are like the good times. And ever since she came to this plane, it's just been like living in the woods, struggling. So I guess like she probably wouldn't even celebrate her birthday because she hasn't really had good times in
That
this
is the
plane.
grimmest answer. What would you do to celebrate your birthday? Good fun question. Haven't had a.
That's what I'm always thinking with this character. She's always like, I remember the good times and I've just been trapped on this abysmal plane for the last 20 years.
That's a good answer, though. Okay, you get to choose who goes next.
I want to know about Strahd's birthday.
Okay. I'd say Strahd's like best birthday. He's very fond of like one he had as a kid, well before he ever became a vampire. Basically, it would have been surrounded by his family while they were still alive, and just holding on to that memory of having his brother and his father and his mother all still alive and with him. His worst birthday would probably be like he would have had someone like ready to be turned into a vampire spawn, but he like drained them too much of blood or something, and his whole day was just ruined. It was meant to be his birthday present to himself, and like just ruined it. Yeah.
And someone brought garlic bread to the party.
Actually, yeah. And like another one where like on his birthday, someone tried to storm the castle with an army of people. Just rude.
Aww.
Just rude.
I feel bad for him now. Maybe he is a good guy.
Yeah.
But it's my birthday.
What are you doing on my birthday? Let's go to the Baron. I want to know about Baron's birthdays.
I think he would just go to the cafe and talk about politics.
Yeah, nice.
And get really, really high on different substances with his friends. Peyote, just whatever you can get. I guess some sort of special treat substance, and with his friends, and then pass out.
Oh, yeah.
A lot like my. Not really role playing, is it?
Who's next?
So you choose who goes next, Baron.
Okay. I'll go Captain Morley.
I think I'll start with Morley's worst birthdays. Obviously, being an alcoholic for a number of years, Morley doesn't remember too many distinct sort of birthdays. There's a lot of kind of John Lennon's Lost Weekend style things in there. So I think that worst birthdays would have just been like that feeling of like regret of like, what have I done? Oh, I'm such a loser. This has happened again. And waking up in a pool of your own vomit.
Wow. And you said
Okay, you
was
win
grim.
the darkest birthday award.
Dark. Man, so many dark people in this place.
I think his best birthdays have been in taverns where he hasn't been partaking, but gambling with friends and banter. I think that's like Morley's idea of a really fun birthday, like gambling late into the night and winning at gambling.
Pokies?
As well. No, not a lot of one-arm bandits going on. There's a lot of touching the hilt and having a night of it. Yeah. A lot of dice and cards and token games.
Yeah.
Well, they have three dragon ante in this world, right?
Yeah.
We do have a +8 to deception, which I found out today.
Oh.
So quite good at poker.
Yeah.
Nice.
So much like me.
Loris. What about Loris's birthdays?
Yeah, so Loris has one particular fond memory of a birthday when he was a child. It's probably the only memory he holds dear from his youth, because a lot of that he's kind of left behind. But it was when he bested his older brother in a game of force that they have, basically just to test his strength, and he managed to best his brother. And that was kind of worth remembering. His worst. Well, actually, no, birthdays aren't like for Loris, birthdays aren't bad because usually he ends up killing things and smearing himself in their blood. So
happy birthday to me,
victory rub all day.
Yeah, a lot of Loris's birthdays have been spent in battles. So yeah, it's just kind of that's how he rolls.
Does he do anything extra special on them, or is it just killing as per usual?
Killing is per usual. There's been a lot of
With
killing
candles.
With candles, yeah.
Stabs candles into the eye socket.
Special scented candles that just make it extra
Scented
special.
candles.
I like maybe he's bathing literally in the blood of his enemies with some scented candles.
I was hoping not to
Massage.
make it too dark, but yeah, clearly.
The scented candles help a little.
There you go. American gets it.
What team?
Larp Kiwi says he imagines Loris smearing himself in cake icing, which I
No, that's
like
too. That's too sweet. No, I don't need cake. Come on. Yeah.
What about Bill?
Yeah, I asked this question and then I didn't readily have an answer prepared. But while you were talking, I was thinking. So I think Bill's favorite birthday was one kind of warm summer's eve. A festival had been going on. He was invited back to the inn to play a set, and with all the additional population in town, he put on just this amazing show. And everybody was in love with him and just like really pouring the praise and attention onto him. And he just had an amazing fun night. He didn't even tell anybody it was his birthday. I think he was just enjoying the praise. And then his least favorite birthday was when he was in servitude. And obviously nobody remembers your birthday when you're in servitude. But he made himself a sad little stone cake.
Oh no!
Worst birthday.
with a little stone candle, pretending,
no.
and just going, "Happy birthday to me."
Oh man!
Happy birthday to Bill.
Okay, you win Sad's birthday.
Wow.
He's putting a tear to a glass eye.
I'm like, my birthday wasn't sad enough.
Man.
All right, with that high energy that we have now from all these,
We're all depressed.
Yeah, I deliberately chose where I ended.
okay, let's. Have you guys left the church, or let's go back to the church for a bit. Let's get some of that day sounds going. Cool. Actually, no, wait a second. We've got some Vallaki sounds, I think. Vallaki sounds. Since you're outside with the with Father Lucian, we're back with Bill and Loris with Lucian at this point. And I don't know if Morley and Mirakin are still having this conversation inside when we cut back to Father Lucian, or not, or if we want to skip forward to Morley and Mirakin coming out of the church. We
can probably skip forward. I imagine that they're happening simultaneously.
Yeah. Okay. Cool. So Morley, you, Mirakin, and I assume Baron and Milovic are all heading outside since you've convinced Milovic to take you to the coffin makers.
Yep.
What was the name of the coffin maker?
Henrik.
Henrik.
Henrik Larson.
What have you found out, team? What's going on?
Quite a lot. Your old Muggins inside there. He was it loose-lipped and let spill to a friend that the bones were inside the church. Then, you're not going to believe this, he was bribed and they duggen up the bones. That's right, duggen them up. He's duggen up the bones, Bill.
They dogging them up.
Duggen them up. Brilliant.
He's duggen the bones up.
Do they get paid already?
Didn't ask. Just very irrelevant.
Let's go back and get him.
A lot of gold. So eventually, would he give it to Father?
Lucian.
All we know is someone's paid a lot of money for them bones. And what we don't know is where Ireena is. That's still a mystery.
And Lucian, having heard this, just goes bright red. That's fucking Milovich! And just storms off to sort of meet Milovich in the church. And you can just hear shouting and yelling coming from within the church. And Milovich, after like 30, 40 seconds of taking this abuse, just sort of makes his way out, drops his shovel into the church, and just makes his way out to meet you on the doorstep of this church. Red eyes.
He's been crying.
He hasn't been crying, but he looks like he's pretty upset.
Well, he's got no soul, isn't he? I wonder.
What?
He can't.
Just look at
That's
the
true.
deep pools
He can't
of
cry.
blue in his eyes. No,
Why
this man
can't
has
he
a
cry?
soul.
Did he cry? Well, did he cry? Can we pinch him and see if he cries?
Why don't you just ask him if he has a soul? He'll tell you anything.
It's rude.
He's primed. He's primed and ready.
We've
He's-
broken him down and we're ready to build him back up.
He'll sign anything at this point. He'll sign anything you want.
He's going to join the cult.
Can you
Well,
join our party? Oh.
Man, Americans got thirst.
I haven't seen anyone attractive for ever. Oh.
Oh no, I can put you guys
No, no.
first on that.
Second.
I haven't seen anyone attractive since I started playing D&D.
Do you hear that? Do you hear that, Bill? Do you hear that, Adam?
Wow.
Obviously, all of my
Understandable.
party mates are extremely attractive men who I view in a platonic way.
That's fair. What about Duran? Come on.
Ooh, forgot about that.
Davian.
Davian.
Not my type.
Oh.
Or the Dungeon
No.
Master.
Not my type.
Anyway, back to the Milovich.
Conversation.
Milovich. The best thing you can do now is help us recover those bones.
I can show you. I can show you where they are.
Okay, that's a start. Let's go.
Yeah, great. So he sort of, as you guys move towards the horse and cart to get back in, there's not a lot of room in this sort of horse and cart that you guys have anymore. There's dead bodies piled up inside this thing.
Don't judge us, Milovich.
And
I know where
Milovich,
he
like,
can sit.
He's in no position to judge.
Yeah, Milovich, you sit on the front and I'll sit on your lap.
American down. My God. Fucking hell.
I'm just being practical.
All right, I feel like that's canon now.
yeah.
Just walk in front of the cart with Loris. He can lead us that way.
This will give us a good cover to go to the coffin makers, though. Look at all the dead bodies.
Yeah, like he can just lead us, and you guys can follow in the cart. Keep American away from him, and Loris will just walk beside him.
Hate to see you go, but love to watch you leave. So that's good.
Milovich is like really taken aback by all the dead bodies in this carriage of yours.
Nothing to
and
see here. Come on.
And he's like, I'm happy to walk. I'm, oh yuck.
Oh dear.
Judgy.
Yeah, judgy. So Loris is just going to walk up beside him, put his arm across his shoulders, and say, yeah, "Come on, young fella, lead the way."
Okay, yeah. So, yep. I think he's quite happy to not be. Can you roll me intimidation?
Intimidation.
He's
Sure.
covered in blood, isn't he?
Yeah. Let's go with advantage as well, just because of your height. You're covered in blood.
Even better. Intimidation. Where is it? It's like great because my charisma wasn't fantastic, but nonetheless, I rolled a 16 plus 1, so it's 17.
Yeah, perfect. He doesn't even go to move your arm off him. He is incredibly nervous about having your arm, and even though your body odor and the smell of all of the blood and victory rubs you've had, that musky smell, he's just like not letting it show that it's getting to him, and he just walks with you, Loris, alongside this carriage. So let's move you back again back into Vallaki. And he sort of tells you that it's on the other side of the city, close to the eastern gates. And they're going to make your way past the Blue Water Inn. You'll move past the intersection down to the town square. And he's sort of almost, despite his nerves, Loris, he's sort of pointing out a few of the bits around Vallaki, and you can see all of these signs for this Blazing Sun Festival that's about to begin the next day. All of the signs have been put up, and people are out now, hanging small things like trinkets and stuff outside their houses and trying to decorate as best they can for this festival. None of them look overly happy about it unless there's a guard walking past. You notice that people quickly switch on and happily put on smiles and wave and say hi as these guards walk past, and the guards wave and say hi back. And as soon as the guards have their backs to the people, they're back frowning and getting ready for this festival the next day. There's an intersection and Morley?
What are the sort of decorations look like for the Blazing Sun Festival?
Yeah, there's they're all little sun. There's a lot of sun motifs that have been sort of made out of wood or cut out of paper, and that seems to be the predominant symbol that is everyone. It's even on all of the posters that have been put up as well. If it's not that, then it's really just little odd shapes that you don't really recognize, that don't seem to have much importance. Some of them as well mirror that of the symbol of the Morning Lord, like the one that you lifted off the wall.
That's what I'm looking for.
Yeah. And as you're walking, you get to an intersection sort of just before the Blue Water Inn. And as he's pointing stuff out to you, Loris, he mentions that there's a little toy maker off to the south at this intersection. And further past that is the Burgomaster's abode. And you keep walking down and you pass the inn. And on the right, there's another intersection that goes down. And you can see down the end of that road, a lot more people down there, and Milovich mentions that that's where the town square is. That plenty of stalls for food, and that's where the majority of the festival will be taking place. And you continue off to the east, and it's maybe halfway towards that gate halfway between the inn and the gate. There's just a small door. There's like a small little outhouse on the side of the road. And the door opens up, and adjusting his pants as he walks out and takes a step into the road, is Ismark.
Ismark!
Oh, God, of course.
And there's...
Classic Ismark.
And there's he sees you, Loris, and then takes in the sight of all of you with the cart, with Milovich. And there's like a serious tone. He's like, guys, have you found Ireena? Have you come across Ireena at all?
No.
What's Milovich doing here?
Oh, that's a story and a half. Probably
He's
best
been
he
up to
tells
no
you
good.
himself. Yeah, he needs to tell you that story himself.
And Ismark just comes marching over to Milovic, and Milovic puts his sort of head down. He can't look Ismark in the eyes. And Ismark looks to you, Loris, and says, "Tell me what's happened. I need to know everything."
Just going to give Milovic a bit of a nudge in the back. Just going to push him towards Ismark. Speak, man.
And Milovic, just under his breath, says, I'm sorry, Ismark. I don't know where Ireena is, but she didn't take the bones. And Ismark sort of looks at him and looks up at Loris. Loris, who took the bones? What is he trying to say?
Milovic, carry on.
Yeah, you give him another push, and just he's got his head hung, and he just sort of says, I took the bones, Ismark. I'm sorry." And Ismark just lets a right hook across Milovic's jaw, and just the force of it just pushes him into Loris, and just like bumps into Loris. And Loris, you hold Milovic up and stand him on his feet. And he just like completely ignores Milovic and the rest of you, and just looks up to Mirakin and Morley on the front of the cart. Says, "So where are you going? Why are we taking this son of a bitch anywhere?"
Whoa. Stay away from the face, okay? He is helping us now. He's sorry. He's handsome and he's sorry.
Where are you going?
Go to the coffin maker.
You're going to the coffin maker?
The coffin maker. That's who's in cahoots.
Do we think Ireena's there?
No.
That's where
We
the
think
bones
Henrik.
are, at least. Yeah.
We think that's where the bones are. And we need to find the bones, and then we need to find Ireena, and then we need to keep Ireena and the bones together so they're safe from Strahd. Now, let's not fuck about.
All right, Morley. I
love it.
Destroyed.
And Ismark's just like, all right, man. Yeah, cool.
I was about to head to the town centre to see if there was any signs anywhere of Ireena, or if anyone had seen anything. We can meet there after you've visited the coffin maker, I guess. If you find anything there, let me know.
We'll find you. We'll find you probably near the nearest bathroom, but we'll find you.
Ismark, wait.
Oh, sorry, yeah.
Wait, Ismark, what was the last thing that Ireena said to you?
It was no different than any other night, Morley. We said good night last night. No different. There was nothing out of the ordinary at the church. Yes, everything had been going
to her room.
Everything had been going amazing. They'd been looking after us perfectly fine at the church. We said good night to each other, and in the morning she was gone.
Give it to me straight, Ismark. Did her and old handsome face have a thing?
Oh, Morley. Heavens no, he's like 16.
No, it's Shannon!
That's right. He
Shannon's
is.
a pedophile.
He's certainly young.
God, Americans a bit of a cougar going on here.
I would like to recant everything.
Ghislaine Maxwell.
See, like, it's
Ghislaine Maxwell. No.
Oh no!
Sheesh. Yeah, no. Nothing to worry about there, Morley. Don't you worry.
Sorry, I'm just sick with worry for her.
Sure
You look around. You look around.
I'll do that, Morley. I'll let you know if I find anything or hear anything.
Good luck with the old guts as well.
Great, and Ismark sort of just waves into the carriage at Bill and the Baron. Everything all right back there? Oh my lord, you've been busy, Baron. And just seeing like the pile of like 4 dead bodies and 2 skeletons just piled up.
So they must have clothes and sunglasses on by now, right?
Yeah, sure. Is it? I'm sure that should help you. It's a good excuse to show up to the coffin makers by any means.
Yeah, that's why we're going.
totally, that's why.
Yep.
And he just gives like a little knock on the carriage. All right, well that's me. I'm off. I'll be at the town centre. Hopefully hopefully I'll find some sign of Ireena. See you all soon. And just sort of walks off towards the intersection that would lead him.
Cheerio.
He seems rather cheerful.
Yeah.
Yeah. Odd.
He was happy to see you guys. What are you talking about?
Even with your
He's
bad
just
news. Go on, Melvin.
lost a.
Well, he's just taking a dump.
Yeah, he's always happy.
He always feels
Yeah,
good
Really,
after
that's
that.
when he's at his best.
Dolphins.
A real mood lifter.
That's his happiest birthday memory.
I did a dump
Yes,
that looked
dump
exactly
ever.
like a.
I should have chosen him. Should have chosen him for the birthday memory for the GM.
Okay. Yep. You continue on your path until you get to a rather large opening in the road off to the right, and it looks like there is a large sort of stockyard. It looks like this large stockyard has several locked sheds along its periphery, and it lies adjacent to a roomy warehouse that you can see on the eastern side of this area. And a wooden sign above that front gate reads Arasek Stockyard. Parked at the very south end of that stockyard is a sturdy carnival wagon, and its colourful paint peeling off, faded lettering on its sides spells out the words Rictavio's Carnival of Wonders.
Rictavio.
Rictavio's.
Writing it down.
Yeah. On the and Milovich can sort of see that you're all sort of like taking in this.
Give us a second there.
Yeah.
Get your breath, Molly. Go on now.
Carnival of Wonders.
Carnival
Breathe.
of Wonders.
All right.
Milovich can sort of see you're a little distracted and points off to the western side of this area where you can see this uninviting shop, this 2-story tall, uninviting shop that's got a sign shaped like a coffin above its front door. All of the window shutters are closed up tight, and this sort of part of the town is pretty quiet compared to obviously the town
Dead
centre.
quiet.
No. Sorry.
Just the right amount. Okay.
Yeah.
Come on then, young man. You best lead us the way. Let's go find your friend Henrik.
Yeah, he makes his way off. He guides you and the cart through this sort of stockyard area and over to the west, out to the front of this coffin shop. And you thought the stockyard was quiet. There's like no sounds coming from this coffin shop.
Do you reckon your friend's home, Milovich?
He kind of keeps to himself for the most part. And you're noticing that like all of the windows of this shop has sort of like lattice work of iron fitted with squares of this really frosted glass. And all of the outside doors that you can see have all just been barred. There's sort of like there's bars over across the front. Looks like they're sort of like all barred up. It's the worst way to put it, but yeah.
Yeah.
The bars are all barred.
It certainly looks like he's not expecting anybody.
Enough with your flowery language.
It actually looks like he is expecting someone. He looks like he's expecting anyone to attack any minute with all his protection around the windows. Dangerous individual, is he?
Let's just move over. If you look to the bottom left of this map that I've just placed you on, you're sort of out the front of this door at the moment.
Who's the hunk?
Huh?
We've got a hunk icon.
Where?
That's the 16-year-old boy that's traveling
That's
with
Milovich.
us.
You know, the boy that
How
you
dare you
met.
say that he's 16? How dare you?
I think that's totally canon. The fact that you and Baron are
Birthdays, I guess.
like besotted with a 16-year-old
What?
boy.
Baron.
Well, he's quite clearly taken by this hunky man that's standing.
What?
The Baron is.
Baron.
All right.
Where's that come from?
Just pointing out that he's hunky.
Well, is he? If he's only 16, I don't want any of that.
He's 16. Yeah.
16. That's
Okay, well, I take it all back.
Has he got any
I look
Can't
upon
be.
him with extreme neutrality.
you've been gooing and garring over him for the last.
Gooing and guying. Gooing?
Yeah, you're going.
I don't want anyone going anywhere.
That's Loris's move. Not mine.
I'm not interested in a 16-year-old human child. But anyway, knock on the door.
got gooed on.
The man to
Kick
knock
it
on-
in. If there's any time that you could kick in a door, it's this piece
Oh, no,
of
it's
shit that's
bad.
stolen
This
the
guy-
bones of Andril.
I'm not kicking in someone's door. That's not what I do.
No.
What?
It's not-
I-
you only ever do the opposite.
Yeah. If we need some brute force, you're like, Loris would never.
And it's like, can someone gently open a window? And he's like smashing it with his face.
I gently kick in the door.
Gently. No, I think we should knock first. Give this guy a chance
Yeah,
to
you
explain
can.
himself.
You can definitely.
We
Give
should
a
be
knock on the
nice to
door.
this person who bribed someone to steal from a church. He's probably a good guy.
Yeah.
One thing I've noticed about Loris, in the last couple of sessions, is just he is here for whatever position happens to be the contrary.
100%.
100%.
100%.
Just trying to behave. Trying not to reach.
That's not behaving. He's
Alright,
Doing,
Bill
the
doing
kicks in
the
the door.
opposite. What does
Right,
Bill
I'll be
do?
trying to kick in the door.
Bill is
That's
gonna
me,
try
the
to kick
tiny
in the door.
diminutive
Thank you.
elf.
Oh, right. So
Oh,
Bill, you
do
just
your
like
kick and roll move, Bill.
you just walk straight up and try and kick the door in. Yeah.
Yes.
All right. Give me a strength check.
Good.
Go, Bill. Get him.
What's it gonna be?
I roll a 13 plus 0. So
Okay.
13
+1.
plus 1.
+1. Yeah. Cool. Yeah. You charge up, having seen Laura sort of not wanting to damage this amazing house, and just plant your foot into the door, and it just offers no sort of give. It just thuds, and you don't really manage to kick that door in.
Is the door barred?
Yeah.
Is it just the windows?
What's that? Sorry.
Is it just the windows, or the door is also reinforced with steel?
Well, it doesn't look like you can't really see much in regards to that from the outside, but the force of that kick and having the door not open at all shows that maybe it's sort of barred from the inside. And you can just hear a voice sort of call out, "We're closed! We're closed! Go away!"
I'm going to try the door handle.
You're gonna try the door handle? That offers nothing. You just sort of start.
Good idea.
I felt confident.
And then I'm going to knock and I'm going to say, we're in need of emergency coffins. We've got a bunch of corpses up here and they're really starting to smell. We
Leave me
really
alone!
need them now.
Leave me alone! Go away! Please leave me
No,
alone!
we can't leave you alone. We have corpses, fresh, not so fresh corpses, literally open air. Please let us have some coffins.
We're closed!
For the love of all that is holy.
We're closed! Please, just leave me alone!
Step aside, Bill. If you really want to get inside, I guess I'll kick the door down.
All right.
Oh,
Can
thank you.
can I help him?
Yeah, you guys can both just at the same time.
Magnanimous.
I'm just gonna. Well,
Plant your
what
foot
I'm
into
gonna
the door.
do is, if it does open, I'm just gonna be like, "Well, I loosened it up for you." So my previous kick will be my help.
Yeah, give us with advantage, please, Dave.
Oh, with
That was a
advantage.
2.
Thank God for that. That was a 2. Here's the second roll, which is go on roll. It's
Ooh.
it's an 11.
Yeah, with a roll of
Right.
11 again. It's just there's no budging.
My heart really wasn't in kicking the door down. To be fair.
Morley.
I have a crowbar upon my person.
Okay.
I want to rap on the door twice and then say, "Last chance, or we're coming in."
Please just leave me alone.
All right, stand back. And then I'm gonna go in with the crowbar into the side and try and wedge it open and kick it at the same time.
Yeah. Give me a strength with advantage, please.
Oh, my character sheet's just not doing anything. It's not good. Okay,
I'm going to
good.
get old Colin and
Sorry.
Tracy out, I think, in the meantime.
Okay. Yeah. Cool.
All right, strength with advantage. Well, I am one strong guy with a +0.
Here comes the net 20.
All right, 16.
Yeah, perfect. With a roll of a 16, you manage to get that crowbar sort of wedged nicely in the door. You stand back and you sort of put all of your weight of that kick onto the crowbar and the door and just pop that door open. And the door just like slams open, revealing the inside of what looks to be a workshop. And sort of standing next to one of the workbenches is this old, withered, grey-haired, grey-bearded man. American?
Can I prepare a spell if the guy runs away?
Yeah. What are you preparing?
I'm gonna prepare entangle for if he makes a break for it,
Okay, right. That's fair.
but
This
only
workshop-
if he starts to run.
Yeah, totally. The workshop contains everything that a carpenter might need to make coffins and furniture, and there seems to be 3 sturdy workbenches stretching the length of the west wall. And this old man is standing next to this table, and he's as the door is flung open, he's sort of like startled and pushes back against the table and knocks a few of the items onto the ground. He's like, "Please, just leave me alone."
Are you Henrik?
And Milovich says, "Yeah, that's Henrik."
You fell in with the wrong crowd, kid. And Doc Brown and Paddy McFly.
He's like, there's no mistaking. This guy's like 80. He is so old. He's so withered and wizened.
I wasn't calling him a kid, was
He was talking to
I'm
Milovich.
still to Milovich saying you fell in with the wrong crowd.
Right, gotcha. I thought you were talking to Henrik.
Doc. No, that's the relationship between them.
Well, as I said, we need some coffins, and maybe we'll have a little chat.
And he's there's like a little bit of fear in his eyes as he sees Milovich in the doorway, and he sees you, Morley, standing square, like filling the frame of that doorway. He's like, "What do you want from me? What do you want from me?"
I'm just going to
What do you
beckon.
want from me?
I'm just going to beckon the others in, and hopefully they kind of take my visual cue to kind of surround him, but not in an overly threatening way, but just so like there are people like in any direction from him.
Right.
That's what I'm hoping the party will do.
We do it.
Sure. Let's do that. We'll just go in and stand beside this old fella.
Okay.
Yeah.
Feel free to
Including Colin and Tracy.
Nice. We should probably get Colin and Tracy on here as well.
Yeah, Loris is just going to stand there and tower over this guy. I'm assuming he's not that tall.
He's only like 5'8", so he's pretty short.
Little. Well, comparatively.
Let's bring Tracy and Colin. You should have access to them as well.
Oh, yeah.
Shannon.
I think I have to go out to see them. Yeah. Got him.
Oh, yeah, cool. Ooh. I think I just dropped an American in there as well. And Milovich standing in the doorway sort of pipes up and says, they know about the bones, Henrik. Just hand the bones over. And Henrik sort of slumps down in this chair next to the table, absolutely flabbergasted that anyone even cares to come and get them. And he just says, "They're upstairs. They're upstairs, whatever. You give me my goddamn money back, though, Milovich."
No, that's not happening.
No.
You're not just getting away with, "Oh, you have them back. Can I have my money back?" You need to explain yourself.
Let's get a refund.
There's no refunds here, buddy.
Why are there bones upstairs? Are they in your bed?
You bone fucker.
Look, coming from the Baron right now, he's got like 2 skeletons just like, hey, you can walk in.
What do you want with bones, you nasty?
Gross.
Yeah. And he says, "I don't have to tell you anything. It's just if you want here for the bones, they're upstairs."
Morley loads his crossbow.
Yeah, I'm not sure you understand the situation, old fella. You kind of are outnumbered here, and you need to do some talking.
Yeah, what'd you get the bones for?
Damn. Okay, no, cool. Can I get a whoever's got the highest charisma? I guess give me a persuasion with advantage since you're all pushing.
Must be Bill.
I think that'd be
surely.
me.
Or Bill, yeah.
Bill's the one that says
The one
nothing.
that's not
Said
said a
nothing.
thing. He's just standing there.
I
being
say
careful.
nothing, but
Nod.
I look persuasive.
It's all in the eyes. It's all in the eyes. He's just standing there with his arms crossed, like, "Come on, come on, old man."
He doesn't need to say things. He's just persuasive.
Come on.
Skinner.
Oh,
15.
I rolled a 5, but plus 10. So
wow.
Great.
Yeah. I'm just getting some details here. I was promised business if I could secure those bones, and I was waiting for them to be picked up by the person who had promised me business.
Who was that?
He sighs. A man by the name of Vasily. I'm not sure if you know him.
Vasilia.
Vasily.
Vasily. No, we don't know Vasily. Tell us more about this man.
There's not much that I know about him. He needed the bones. And he offered me good money and good business. And so I have acquired the bones for him. Thanks to Milovich here.
Forgive my rudeness of this question, but how exactly was he planning on drumming up business for you?
I didn't ask. It seemed simple enough just to find some bones for him. Please, just...
Honestly,
maker.
we're really giving this guy the benefit of the doubt. He knew he was stealing sacred bones from a church. Don't play innocent with us.
Yeah, they're not just any old bones. They're from a church under the floorboards.
And you had to bribe someone to steal them. Don't play like it was just a little business deal that you didn't know what was going on. What was your name? Greg?
Look, no one believes in that fairy tale. It was just some bones that they wanted, and I managed to get them for them. Look, I've had enough anyway. If you need them, they're upstairs.
The bones are coming with us, but we need to know more about this. And Bill pulls out his lute, strikes a chord, and a cone of warm yellow light kind of covers everything. It doesn't matter what you say.
No, it doesn't. I've learned that.
Well, if you say warm yellow cone,
Yeah, warm yellow like
He
the
pulls out
sun.
his lute.
cone of warm yellow.
Cone erupts from
Fountain, like a shower.
and streams down all over Baron's face. As I cast Zone of Truth.
I cast water sports.
Tell us about Zone of Truth.
So, with Zone of Truth, I create a magical zone, if you will, that guards against deception in a 15-foot radius sphere centered on a point I choose within range. I choose the Baron.
No.
Just to shower you in the most yellow warmness I
Yes.
can.
Delightful.
Until the spell ends, a creature that enters the spell's turn or starts their turn in that area must make a charisma saving throw. On a failed save, a creature can't deliberately speak a lie while they're inside the radius. I know whether or not a creature succeeded or failed. People can choose to just fail automatically if they wish.
Right. What's the DC?
The DC is 15.
All right.
And it is a... Sorry, let me just double check. I think it's wisdom. Oh, charisma.
Okay, cool. And you know if they've failed, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, so he's failed.
And technically that would be cast on all of us,
All
right?
of you, yeah, can either just choose to fail or fight it.
I mean, I'm going to fight that.
You don't want to be truthful right now?
I mean, just in case someone asks me something really awkward.
That's fair. That's fair.
Do you like Milovich?
Yeah, like, so what do you think of Milovich? I rolled an 18, I'm safe.
I mean, I would. American.
Yeah.
I sense American resist the thing. I'm just like, yeah.
What are the rest of you doing?
From my mind.
Loris is quite happy to speak his mind if anyone asks a question. Not that he's
Alright.
expecting a question, but
So
yeah.
you're choosing to fail?
Yeah.
Cool. How about the Baron and how about Morley?
I'm enjoying the golden warmth. I'll go with it.
He's already telling the
Alright.
truth. Look at him. He's
All right.
on
So
it.
the
Enjoy.
only one that hasn't failed is American.
Yes.
Cool. So yeah, Henrik has.
Anyway, what's everybody's favorite birthday? No, who is this Vasily, did you say? And why did he want the bones? Tell us now.
I don't know who he is. He was a rather imposing. He looked like a nobleman. I don't know the man. I don't know what he wants with the bones. I just know that he was promising me the possibilities of more than I have ever earned if I could just get him these bones.
So how did he know that you had the bones or you could get the bones? Sorry, Loris just had this question.
Yeah,
Jump
yeah,
into
yeah.
it.
That's totally fine. I don't know. I have no idea how he knew that I even knew of the bones, but he did. He was here.
When did you know about the bones?
He was here almost hours after Milovich told me about them.
That's very strange.
Do you know where this guy came from?
I'd only seen him the once, and I've never seen him again.
And why are you now so down on him? He hasn't shown up for the bones?
Look, I just don't want trouble. If you're here, he can deal with you, for all I care.
You've got more than trouble.
Oh, that's what I'm saying. I'm like, you can just take them. I don't care. You can take the bones. They're upstairs.
You talked about a fairy tale earlier that no one would believe. Well, we might be able to believe it. We've seen some pretty crazy stuff. Can you tell us about this?
What are you asking? Like the fairy
There
tale?
was some kind of fairy tale or
the
legend
magical
about
powers.
these bones?
Right. Well, yes, there was a belief that the sacred bones of Saint Andrew would give the ability to keep the devil away. But it's surely just a fairy tale.
We already knew that.
What do you know about the devil? What do you know about Strahd?
Probably not more than many others. What would you like to know? What was his favorite birthday?
What was his favorite birthday? Were you
What was his
invited?
biggest weakness?
Not a bad question.
When is Vasily coming to pick up the bones?
He didn't say. He just showed up, made me a fantastical offer, and told me he would be
How
back in
much did he
time.
actually give you?
Nothing.
Back in time?
Nothing yet.
So he's
I was
not
waiting
paid
for
you
his
that.
return.
Does he strike you as being from this village or from further afield?
Well, he was dressed like a nobleman. I can only assume he must be from Vallaki. But it's not a man I have seen before.
You have to tell us about the nobility here. We've picked up on a strange kind of vibe. They control a lot here, don't they?
I mean, in what way? Like,
They seem very Was this a DM?
yeah, this is me
They
trying
seem
to
very
get like
totalitarian. I'm just going to come out and say it. The populace doesn't seem all that happy.
The mayor, the burgomaster of Vallaki is terribly afraid of Strahd. If he has a set of rules that he believes everybody should follow, for fear that breaking those rules will allow Strahd in. and that anyone who is breaking those rules is to put into shackles in the town square as punishment. He's a man of his word, and there's not many that will cross those lines.
Unless they're paid enough to steal bones from the church.
That's not really going against our burgomaster's rules.
Okay.
He didn't explicitly say that, I guess.
Sure. Right.
There's no rules that say that the bones need to stay under the church.
They're rumored to
According
keep
to the-
Strahd away.
Yeah, the priest was pretty definite on that.
My understanding is that there's very few people who even understand that the bones exist. Isn't that right, Milovich? Milovich nods his head. He says, Father Lucian keeps them a pretty good secret.
Still, I think that if word got out that you had stolen the bones that are supposed to keep Strahd away, you'd be in the shit.
Maybe, and that's why I'm saying take them. I've stopped caring. Just take the bones and leave me alone.
I'm going to go get them.
Yeah, Baron, you go get the bones. You're probably best equipped.
Come on,
to
Colin
deal
and
with
Tracy.
So
Which way?
So there's two doors. One of them's behind either Colin or Tracy at this moment, and the other one's next to Morley, sort of one near the northern side of the room and one to the south. And he's what's his name? Henrik. Says there's some stairs just out the side the door that your terrifying skeleton creatures standing in front of. It's a door. If you go through there and turn right, there are stairs upstairs.
Okay, thank you.
What do you reckon, Molly? I think this old fella needs to atone for his involvement in this deal.
I mean, I agree, but I wouldn't charge in with any unnecessary.
Like
action
you're looking
just
at like
yet.
a very frail 80-year-old
I
who is.
I have no intention of hurting him. I just feel he needs to be made an example of.
By not hurting him.
No, I'm not going to. I don't want to hurt him. But the idea of
I want to give him pleasures unlike anything he's ever seen before.
No, but he's basically said by breaking the rules of Burgomaster would have them shackled up, and I believe he needs to be put in the town square and shackled and made an example of. If this is a guy that goes against town.
We have to keep this hush hush. We don't want to just like randomly put someone in shackles.
Yeah. Anyway,
Tell him why I'm doing it.
Take it.
Baron, you head out with Colin and Tracy, and you walk into this what looks like a big coffin storage area, just arranged haphazardly around the floors. There's just about 13 of these wooden coffins, and you turn right.
Though.
What's that?
Better than Ismark's.
They are way better than Ismark's, for sure. You open up the door and start heading upstairs. If you move over to the right, you'll be able to see some more of what's laid out. And at the top of the stairs, now you guys aren't seeing this because you're not there, so you can't see it. At the top of the stairs is a door to the left and a door to the right.
Okay, I'll take the one on the east.
Okay. You open up, the door's unlocked, and you just push the door open. And inside, you find a large, drafty room, and it's just strung with cobwebs. There's cobwebs everywhere. It takes up the majority of this upper floor. Stacks of wooden planks lie amid several crates marked junk.
Is there any marked old bones of a saint? He could have given us some good fucking instructions. It's like the mess.
Yeah.
I'll try the other door to the west.
In here, you've walked into a sort of a small kitchen area. There's a small square table surrounded by chairs and shelves of provisions in here.
Okay, and there's another door, so I'll just pop through.
Yeah, there's a door off to the north, and as you make your way into there, you find yourself in a modest bed chamber. There's a small cot and several well-made pieces of furniture, including a table, a padded chair, a bookshelf, and a wardrobe.
But no bones.
Not that you can not out in the open, you don't, in any of these rooms, you haven't found any just bones lying around.
They're not just, what a shit. Fucking, just go up and get the bones. Can I get Colin and Tracy just to search the place, ransack it, flip over the bed, and all that sort of stuff?
Yeah, they just sort of go to work, busting up a whole bunch of this room, and you can hear from downstairs. Can you be more careful up there? This shouldn't be so hard to. Okay, he gets shushed pretty quickly.
If I can hear him, can I yell down, "Where are the fucking bones?"
Yeah. Let's have a quick look. And you can just hear him shut up. They're in the wardrobe. God damn it! Stop breaking all my stuff.
Thank you.
And you open up this wardrobe in the edge of the room, and inside you see two large sacks. Inside one of them is just a pile of bones. And in the other sack, there is so the large one is full of bones, and there's a small sack with just some coins within it. And all of the coins this time, not just the bronze ones that you found with Strahd's head, all of the coins in this bag have the profiled visage of Strahd on them.
Because they were Electrum last time, weren't they? With Strahd. Oh, and are these gold or?
There's sort of a collection of silver and Electrum.
Well, that's a dead fucking giveaway. I'm going to grab both sacks. Colin and Tracy can bring both sacks down, and I'll meet up with everyone else.
Yeah, on your way down, you do hear, just from that first room you went into, just sort of like a thud.
Oh, okay. Well, I'll just yell downstairs as I'm going past the stairs. I'll go, found him, and a thud. I heard a thud. I'm just going to check that out.
Yeah, and you walk back into this room with all these crates. The crates to the south with junk written on them, and there's off to the north side of this room, you can sort of see a few more crates as well. And you can see that there's been some dust that has been kicked up.
It's suspicious up here.
What's up there, old man?
I'm not that old.
Yeah. I'm sure anyway. That was
check out the place where the dust is being disturbed.
Yeah, it looks to have sort of been scented. It's all falling now, and it's all falling down on the floor around a couple of these crates that are in front of you.
Scented crates. Okay. Like scented candles for you. Okay, well, hey, let's open them up. I'll hold the bones, and Colin and Tracy can open up the boxes.
Okay, cool. So I think the two crates that are right in front of you, both Colin and Tracy, sort of clatter their way over to the crates, and each take sort of jam their hands into the lid of this crate, each of their crates, and slowly lift up the lid. And they take 2 or 3 hurried steps backwards away from this crate. And almost all at once, you just see the sort of the top of a head peek up out of the top of one of the crates, and then another out of the second crate. And then about 4 other crates in this room, the lids just slowly get moved off. And standing up out of the crate, these 6 humans with blood red eyes, pale skin, and fangs protruding from their upper jaw.
Oh, fuck.
And that's, of course, that's where we're going to end for the night.
Aaron, what have you got yourself into? 6 of them.
6 Doros.
We got fucked up by 1.
Yeah.
Well, let's burn this place down.
Yeah.
All right. And that was tonight's session.
Wow.
We had bars on the windows. So the light...
What? So he could stop them getting... Oh, so the light
Shone
on, yeah.
I don't know. Depends on the kind of bars. They might still let light in.
You would have shutters instead of bars.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And why would he bar himself in with these things?
He's a weirdo.
He's got some explaining to do.
He's got
some explaining to do.
He did mention the Strahd money.
He what?
Didn't mention the Strahd money.
Maybe he was going to pay the dude Vasily with the Strahd money.
My guess is that's
Oh, no,
a down
it's his money.
payment from
Yeah, it might have
Vasily.
been. Well, he kind of said he didn't get any money, but maybe he did.
Did he?
Hard to know.
Well, he's
But he said he
probably
hadn't received any payment.
doing other transactions, probably for
Transactions.
creating or maintaining or shipping zombie people. Well, vampire
Yeah.
people.
Shipping
Vampire
them,
people.
like,
Yeah, shipping them.
romantically shipping them with people.
Isn't that like a plot point in some vampire things about like shipping them? That
Yeah.
was in
Dracula.
the movie.
Dracula.
Yeah, and I swear it's in another one as well.
I think it was in that one where like vampirism is the Strain. It was in the Strain as well.
And it was in that video game that you played that was
Mario,
about vampires.
weird.
No. It was a steampunk kind of dealio, and it was really short, and everyone was pissy about how short it was.
Oh,
Chat, help me. It's a thing. and it had
I
like
loved it. Order 1886 or something.
Yeah, yeah.
it had vampires in it too.
Had vampires
so
and werewolves and stuff, yeah. Yeah.
and they
Oh.
were in like shipping containers and crap.
Yeah, because he has to be like shipped in the soil of his home.
That's right.
And
Oh, that's it, yeah.
come from it's got something to do with the plague and stuff like that. Well, I'm
But
thinking of
you can-
Nosferatu now.
When I said shipping, it had precedent and was not crazy.
That's true.
Mhm.
That is true. I don't think anyone said you were crazy.
They were all like, what the fuck shipping? Well, American's crazy, but that's not me.
Crazy for Milovich.
Yes,
He's
sure.
16. That's really put a really sour taste in my
Look,
mouth.
he's a
frankly.
strong, ripped 16-year-old, that's
Stop.
for sure.
I was
Stop.
ripped.
Stop making him look. I just
Nice, nice.
Handsome.
You didn't draw the gross mustache that was creeping
Yeah,
through the overlay.
Is it only 16? Doubt it.
Doubt it.
I think there needs to be some ID checking going on.
Yeah. Man, you
I
guys
have written down, it's canon though. I have it written down that when American's in the spring season, she is more flirtatious and coy than usual.
nice.
Is that was what flirtatious looked like?
Yeah. Crazy. She is crazy.
Okay. Right.
I'm honestly impressed with how much you guys got through tonight, actually.
A lot of information that we gained.
Yeah, yeah.
More than one room.
Yeah, more than one.
Yeah.
room.
Way more than one room.
We travelled across town
Wow.
and actually talked to several people and gained a lot of
Like
info.
so many people.
That's huge.
I think my voices were getting a bit mixed there. I hadn't even prepared Henrik, so next week he might have a different voice. So once I actually prepare him properly, so we'll see.
Sounds like a
Do
big
Lance
man.
Henriksen.
Right, I don't know how to. I don't even know how Lance Henriksen.
Very gravelly.
Oh, I definitely can't do that.
Very gravelly.
Definitely can't do that.
Maybe go high pitched instead.
What are you doing up there? Get out of my stuff.
Get out of my stuff. This is lazy.
Yeah, you're blaming this shit, right? Okay.
The bones, the bones.
Oh, check the crates.
So,
I'm innocent.
zone of truth.
Mm.
Is it
Can't-
just like the
It's a
person,
warm yellow.
Hello, glow that makes you feel all cozy.
the affected creature, it is like still wanting to lie, but like has a chance to do that, or is it like the movie Liar Liar where they're just spilling their guts?
They can't create a deliberate lie.
if they succeed against the check, I know that they've succeeded and that they can lie.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But if they fail, they can't tell a deliberate lie. But
As
they can
in-
talk around it.
Or they
don't-
can say something that's wrong, but it's the only thing they know. So they may not know any
Yeah,
better.
yeah.
But it may turn
Can't be a
out that he was
willing
lying.
lie.
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
They all turn into Jim Carrey.
Yeah, yeah,
They come to some self-realizations
yeah.
with
Well,
the
maybe
God,
I
Henrik was just stealing the
Actually.
bones to buy his son a nice baseball mitt for his birthday.
I just love how quickly he's like, oh, I don't care. Man, take them.
I mean, like,
As long as I get refunds like that.
if you put yourself in his shoes with like 5 like daring adventurers and 2 skeletons show up at your house, you're just like, yeah, fuck it. I'm like, you're going to kill me if I don't give you what you want. So it's yours.
Yeah, I think that was fair enough.
Yeah. He's 80. He's not going to put up a fight.
I wasn't so much expecting
So
a fight.
what I'm really interested in finding out next week is, did he know that the vampires were up there, and he's like using that as a distraction to try to get away, or
He could have gone. So go check out the crates.
This guy clearly.
Yeah, but that would be stupid when you've got like a strong man right next to you.
Yeah.
Strongman, I couldn't even kick a door in. I wanted to, which
I
clearly
wasn't in it.
I decided, no, your heart.
You clearly did not want to hurt that door. Every single time someone's like, Loris, kick the door, you're like, no way. No.
It's not the way.
That would be property destruction, and Loris hates that.
Going to visit just an old, like a woman with a widower who's just got like a solo mum, you just like boot the shit out of her door. Be like, where's your son? It's like, yeah.
Just earlier in the session, we were talking about how Loris has grown. Okay, this is.
Well, even Brian's hut got kicked in gently.
That's true. Yeah, see, you wanted to kick the shit out of Brian's door.
Yeah, because I wanted to get in.
It makes no sense.
There we go.
Loris doesn't make any sense. Okay, there is no sense about what he does. It's always a 50-50 thing. Some days he wants to, some days he doesn't. It's just
sometimes, yeah. Just flip next time. Just flip a coin. Like heads, I'll help.
Yeah.
And tails,
Roll for it.
I'll do the opposite.
This has got to be some sort of record for the odds always being the contrary of the rest of like what. Like you think you think it would land on tails occasionally.
Nope.
Actually, I have to remember for next week I have Entangle queued up.
Oh, in case he
That
tries to
extends
bolt.
the spell slot, right? If you prepare it. So I've ticked my precious spell slot off.
Burnt it.
I burnt that bad boy.
You're just like sitting there with like a glowing hand or something waiting for him to run.
Yeah, how does Entangle work? It is a verbal and somatic.
Like
Yeah.
it's like you've done the somatic part.
Yeah, I'm just like, don't move.
And you just have to yell it like, entangle! And it'll like shoot out.
Can you change if you've readied it for a particular thing to happen? Can you change what that thing is if you decide to, or are you actually like that is it that has to happen, or else it doesn't get?
Yeah, you have to. If that's why, like when people ready actions, I ask like, what is the action and what triggers it? Because if in regards to spells, then it's spent whether you do it or not.
Yeah,
you have
Yeah.
to do that spell if you're going to do something.
Because otherwise you could just be like, I prepare a spell and then change it on the fly to your advantage if you're that kind of player.
Mm.
What do you think a fireball would do in this room?
Destroy us all.
Damn.
Only one way to find out.
No.
That would get very interesting, I think. That would be very interesting.
Feel like a Antonio Banderas movie. I get fired out the window, the fireball.
And then you got things like the guards and stuff. Like, what would like the town guards think if a massive fireball went off?
Yeah,
What
and
would the
then
Burgomaster
they were
think?
attacked by vampires.
Yeah.
Well,
Yeah.
luckily, I think I remember reading that causing an enormous fireball isn't explicitly against the town.
That's very true.
Stealing bones from a church isn't. So hey,
Yeah,
They don't. No one knows about them. I don't know, like, why you just think everyone knows about them all of a sudden.
Well, they all
Other
have
than the
the
rule.
town's aware of the myth, though, right? Like whether they know, the town's aware of the myth.
They don't. They're
No.
not aware of the bones or the myth around it. The only people who know of the myth or the bones are the people that Lucian has told,
But
or
still
that
stealing.
Milovich has then told.
but they know that the church is sacred for some reason.
Yeah, they
and-
don't know why. Yeah.
Sacred
Yeah.
church, regardless of what it is they stole. That's got to be against the rules.
I mean, it's
I do-
definitely not a good work,
I do love that you're like, he stole. Look, guys, he stole.
Took some-
He stole something. and
Yeah,
he should be
he's
punished for that.
Don't desanctify a church. That's got to be in the rules.
I mean, he's a bad guy. We can all agree on that.
Dug underneath the floor of a church, or got someone to do it for him to steal. Whether it was
With a
stealing
spade as well.
some wood, it stole
I
something.
mean, we all agree with that.
To be fair, this old man hasn't done anything. It's Milovich that did the stealing.
Milovich was just a patsy. He was just paid
No,
money to
this
do
old man
you'll
is
be the-
just.
I don't know what you tell it to the judge. Okay,
Yeah.
that's not how crime works.
Yeah.
So are you guys? Is Loris
Receiving
just as
stolen
angry?
goods?
Is Loris just as angry at Milovich, or is he angrier at Henrik?
He's pissed at Milovich for betraying his friend. Like that is just like you betrayed betrayed his employer, I guess is probably the way. But he's completely betrayed the trust of his employer and friend. Then you've got this dude here who's like selling the soul of the town to some random dude who's just offering some money in business. Like that's just like Loris does not get this guy at all. He just thinks he's an absolute crook.
Who's the worst of the two?
I still think the old man's the worst of the two, to be fair.
I think
Milovich is too handsome to be.
I think that's what it is. I think
that is.
Yeah, you're giving Milovich a bit of a free pass because he's young and good looking.
I mean, my character personally feels very neutral about Milovich. She didn't even look at him twice because he's 16.
Yeah.
That would be inappropriate.
Totally would be inappropriate for
Is it in the book that he's 16? You just tack that on to.
I just thought that would be fun. No, I think he is actually pretty young. I can find his age.
18.
Milovich, a minor, is what it says.
A handsome minor. It's not right that they put it in there, but that's what it says.
It won't be in the reprinting. No.
This is like maybe
he is.
Dragon. We don't know.
He is mentioned in the book as a boy, not a man.
Oh, that's not how you described him. You described him as
Is that actually his
oiled.
token?
That's his actual token.
Why is he
ripped and oiled?
no boy? I don't like
That's
was he
not
oiled?
his token.
it. I think that was one you just thought in here.
He looks like he's from Fire Emblem.
Yeah, he's a little anime boy. And I maintain he is a 300-year-old dragon. So I did nothing
5,000.
wrong.
No.
Next session, it'll just all be like, okay, so we established that we all feel neutral towards Milovich and have not made any comments on his appearance at any given time. And that's that.
We should take him to the Blue Water Inn and he'll be like, I'll have a lemonade and some chippies, please.
You guys are bullying a
Golden
minor
Coat.
right now, okay? You're picking on a small kid. All right?
He done fucked up, didn't he?
Yeah.
So he's a minor. He was influenced by this older rich man trying to get. I'm stopping at that. But no, really, the young kid was well out of his depth. That's so does not.
He looks 30 in that picture. Come on.
He's not.
He has freaking stubble. He has stubble. I'm
No arms,
outraged.
though.
No arms. He
Tiny-
just bounces around on that
tiny
V end of his.
Yeah.
No,
V.
he looks
He's got that
like
A-frame.
30. Who drew this? Who drew this?
This is
That's
Milovich.
difficult. He's
Milovich.
brooding and he has stubble.
Bill and Ted's.
Yeah, he does have a Bill and Ted kind of vibe going on.
Oh, Keanu, yeah.
Very
It's Keanu.
So I was convinced when he first started speaking to us that he was going to be like the nephew or the son of Strahd or something. There's something in his eyes that's quite Strahdish. That's what I thought it.
What?
I thought he had some sort of connection to Strahd.
His name's Millie Vodge.
Milovich.
I've
Milovich.
totally
Millie Mini Veg. Millie Vodge.
I mean, well, he is 16.
What? Yeah, remember, he's 16. Stop crushing on the man, boy. Child.
not 16.
Millie
They should not
Vodge.
have drawn him this way. Whoever drew him,
He is a
needs help.
boy, okay? He is a
Whoever
boy.
drew this boy needs help because that is a man. Is this what they call a honey trap?
That's the man I fell in love with. And he works at the church. It's like flirty fishing.
Yeah.
Oh my god, this is how they recruit them.
Yeah.
Oh, mate.
American's gonna be like, Morning Lord for life. Oh God, I believe.
yeah. I've just been invited, and okay, we have a great time. We all just go, oh, we praise the Morning Lord. Praise the Morning Lord.
He's angry.
Yeah, Jackalope says he doesn't look 16.
Thank you.
Yeah.
Victory doesn't.
Stubble.
I think after
He looks chiseled. He is a man.
Okay,
I won't accept.
so
I won't
Bryce
accept it.
Bryce from the Brook says it's proportional. So if an elf lives about 700 years and you're 150, and this guy, this tiny boy, is 15, but he only lives till he's about 70, it's proportional. It's proportional. So you're actually
Well, let's be
similar.
honest, he's probably not going to live to his
It's not.
17th
It's not,
birthday.
because elves get to adulthood at roughly the same age as
they just
humans.
last longer.
They just have a longer adulthood.
So Americans being
It's not linear. It doesn't scale linearly.
mum for about 100 years.
What was that? Sorry, Dave?
Americans been old enough. Sorry, Americans been old enough to be this kid's mother for about 100 and something years.
Right.
Just to make it even more not right.
It's not right.
Not right. No.
Ain't right.
All right, I had to call it there.
Yeah, I'm going to call it. Let's all call it on this fantastic.
Think about what we've done.
Just do the usual wrap up. If you've liked what you've seen tonight, please do give us a follow or come and talk to us in our Discord. Random Origins, thank you for just chucking up our Discord link now. Big thank you to Random Origins for our moderating, even though look, you guys are always fantastic. There's nothing to really moderate, which is great. If you like what you've seen and you want to catch up on the previous episodes, they're all on Twitch or YouTube or in podcast form. So please do check us out. And I think that's it. I think buy a shirt. They're really cool. We've got some merch down there. They're awesome. That's another really great way you can support us. But until then, we'll see you at the same time next time, episode 28 at the Coffin Makers Shop. So thank you everybody for your support. All the subscribers. Oh, nice. See you everyone.
Bye.